place over the next few hours here in session 1. You'll have mat 1, bottom left corner, mat 2, top left corner, mat 3 in your top right corner, and mat 4 in that bottom right corner. And we will bring you all 120 matches in this quad box over the next few hours. We are underway at 125 pounds. Troy Spratley from Oklahoma State, the #1 seed in this bracket, and he takes on Bridger Ricks from Utah Valley in that bottom left corner. Jet Strickenberger, the defending champion, at 125 pounds here in the Big 12 championship. Number 16 in the coaches' rankings, already down 3-1 against Valdez from University of Northern Colorado. So a fast start.
Yeah, no doubt.
Down there on mat 4. Strickenberger's interesting, Hardell. He's had a up and down season, is I think maybe a fair way to put it.
It's been up and down. Obviously, he won the Cliff Team Las Vegas tournament, then kind of had some downfalls after that. And you also got to remember last year he started the season at 133 and then came back down to 125. He's a tremendously big 125-pounder. You look at his height, his length, and everything like that. He makes all these other 25-pounders look a heck of a lot smaller than what they really are.
Bryson Valdez, his opponent from Northern Colorado, came into this weekend with a 2-11 record, so a surprising start and something worth watching down there on mat number 4. An early takedown for Tucker Owens of Air Force against Mac Mauger on mat 2.
Mauger's looking for the fall.
Mauger looking for points right now. He's getting swipes on mat 2.
Now this would be considered an upset because if you look at the bracket, you got Tucker Owens, which is seeded 8th in this tournament right now. And he's got that cradle tight with a lot of time, minute 20 or so left in this first period.
2 points already on swipes for Mauger. Meanwhile, Spratley and Rick still scoreless down on mat 1. Mauger with that cradle trying to work his way to a point where he's got his hands locked.
Yeah, if
Good
Owens
job
could,
by Owens
yeah,
to
if
rip
Owens
free.
could possibly attack that top hand, but now he's kind of taking his time, right? Obviously, there's a lot of time left here. 57 seconds left, 45 seconds left. There's a minute 2 riding time, minute 22 riding time. But I tell you what, he's done a good job of not getting pinned. His goal right now is just to try to get out here with a 5-0 deficit because the official is there. He's holding 2 points right now. Stalemate. There you go.
They do finally call the stalemate after Mauger had the cradle locked up. He had his hands locked but just couldn't turn them. But it is a 5-0 lead for the Missouri Tiger, who was somewhat surprisingly not seeded in this bracket.
Exactly. And honestly, that's a win for Owens. He could have been stuck in that position. So he did a really good job of finding a way to just get a stalemate there. You look down there on mat number 4. It's still 6-1.
Oh, I'm seeing now we had a score flip-flop. It was Strickenberger that had the early takedown. That makes a lot more sense relative to what the expectations were for those two wrestlers, quite frankly, coming into the weekend. So Jet Strickenberger off to a much better start than we thought a couple seconds ago when the scores were flip-flop. A 6-1 advantage for the West Virginia Mountaineer.
And for anybody that's never been with Mike and I on these ESPN Plus, there's a lot of action going on. There's 4 match wrestling. There's action all throughout. This first session is just absolutely nuts because it's non-stop. So we're almost like at a tennis match, looking right, looking left, looking right, looking left the whole time.
To that end, Troy Spratley with a takedown in the opening period against Bridger Ricks, a 3-0 advantage, and looking to ride out the Utah Valley Wolverine. Brady Rourke with a 3-0 advantage on mat 3 with a first period takedown and a ride out. 30 seconds into the second period there.
And looking at that, I think Rourke ended up choosing neutral. Douglas is extremely tough on top, so yeah, I think that was the call there.
Strickenberger with an escape to start period 2 and a 7-1 advantage. The defending Big 12 champ, 14-5 on the year, won at Cliff Keen in Vegas back in December, but lately has had some struggles. 5-3 down the stretch, a 6-2 loss to Troy Spratley, and a more surprising 14-4 major decision loss to Steve O'Poulin.
And you'll see Poulin here coming out this next round.
He has match number 6 of the morning. Anae Vigil from Arizona State, his opponent, so they'll take the mat here momentarily, as will Trevor Anderson and Cooper Shore of UNI and California Baptist, respectively.
And these 125s just nationally are separated by 1, 2, maybe no more than 3 points.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of overtime matches. There's been a lot of ride-out matches, or I say you win by 2 seconds of riding time. So there's not much give and take, and that's why Mike and I were saying anybody can win this weight. It's up for grabs, and that's why all these gentlemen are out here competing.
A 5-2 advantage now on mat number 2 in front of us. Mauger with the advantage over Tucker Owens from Air Force. Strickenberger opening things up. Another takedown there in the second period, looking to ride out Valdez with a 10-1 edge.
Ooh, that was close.
Mat number 2 right on the border there.
I don't know if it's me. I feel like I'm just a tad bit closer this year, kind of, which is not a problem.
We're on top of the action, baby.
Yeah, I do not mind it.
Strickenberger was looking for a turn there on mat 4. Short time in that second period, but in cruise control against Valdez.
And to my point over here on mat number 3 with Douglas and Rourke, Douglas ended up choosing the top position here. So now he's, riding time's not a factor. Rourke's still leading 3-0, so Douglas is going to have to either get him a turn, obviously that's why he chose top, or look to cut him and maybe catch him in something. But obviously Rourke knows his job, what he's supposed to do on bottom. He can give up a stall call, but man, he cannot give up any swipes on bottom.
Trying to work his way to lock in those hands. Rourke, the 4 seed out of South Dakota State, with the advantage. Working his way perhaps to a reversal here. And there it is, 2 points and a reversal, and a 5-0 advantage for Brady Rourke.
Spratley with another takedown there on mat number 1, leads that 6-1, 2:40 of riding time with 15 seconds left in that first period over Ricks from Utah Valley.
Jet Strickenberger working his way to bonus points, a 13-1 advantage on Valdez on mat 4. Short time in that second period on mat 1 with Spratley with that 6-1 lead. A takedown here on mat number 2, and Mauger builds the lead.
That was a big takedown by Mauger right there. Mauger's wrestling extremely well right now, man. 9-2 lead, 2:20 of riding time. 50 seconds left in this third period. He's going to try to cinch this up for the Missouri Tigers in this first round.
Brady Rourke working down that clock on his way to a 5-0 win over Sefton Douglas. And Brady Rourke, the 4 seed out of South Dakota State, the first one to move on to round number 2.
Solid match by Rourke. Stayed out of Douglas's best position, which is top. Did not give up a turn, actually got a reversal to extend that lead.
So Rourke will move on to face Conrad Hendrickson, who had the first round bye, the Oklahoma wrestler that is the 5 seed at 133. We'll see Steve O'Pullen take to the mat here on mat 3, replacing them alongside Ane Vigil. Oh, beg your pardon, at 133. We're going to see our first match at 133 on mat number 3 as Jax Forrest will take the mat. The aforementioned young man from Oklahoma State will face Garrett Grice from Iowa State. Grice, a late addition to the field because of Evan Forrest's removal from 133.
Yeah,
so Jax Forrest on the mat for the first time at the Big 12 Championships. Top right corner of your screen on mat 3.
We don't know if Frost having this conversation, right? I think it's just injury. He could not perform. I know Coach Dresser would have put the guy out there if he could wrestle, or at least weigh him in. And unfortunate for that young man.
Strickenberger with the win down there on mat 4. Spratley wrapping things up on mat number 1, an 8-1 advantage on Bridger Ricks. And Jax Forrest facing Garrett Grice. Grice has had a nice season in spot duty. Beat Gage Walker of Missouri, beat Julian Farber in Northern Iowa, has shown the fact that he's got some stuff himself.
Well, and to that point that I was talking about Frost not being able to wrestle, this is a great opportunity for Grice to come out here and show him what he's made of in this position. And to your point, he's had some really, really nice wins, you know, the time that he got a chance to get in there and wrestle.
Spratley with another takedown on Mat 1, 11-1 advantage on his way to a bonus point win. Oklahoma State pretty heavily favored to win the team title this year, especially after Evan Forrest, due to injury, wasn't able to go this weekend. Whatever chance Iowa State had probably took a hit, although Garrett Grice would certainly love to quiet me in that regard. A leg in there for Jax Forrest.
Yeah, that was off his pat and dump. What he does, he gets in that position off of his pat and dump, and then just he's long enough to throw that left leg in there. Now he's looking for a turn. Spratley with a victory down here on mat number 1.
Working on that elbow is Jax Forrest on mat 3.
Got Poulin out here on mat number 2, just getting started.
Forrest should still be at Bishop McCort High School in Pennsylvania. Instead, wrestling here is the #1 seed at 133 pounds, rolling his way through.
It swipes. He is a
4 near fall points for Jax Forrest, and he continues to work that elbow. Dangerous position here for Grice. Able to work his arm straight and get loose, but there's the 4 points for Forrest. Down on mat 1, our final match at 125 pounds in this first stretch, with Cooper Shore of California Baptist facing Trevor Anderson of UNI. Cooper Shore, the first CBU Lancer we see take the mat this morning. A program that is wrestling
inspired.
Their final mat, yeah, exactly.
Inspired.
Wrestling inspired for sure. The program that's been around, that's been Division I since 2018, being eliminated by the university. The school said the evolving college sports landscape was part of the decision to eliminate the program. The timing in the middle of the season left some with questions. They said the timing was the timing of the announcement was because they wanted to give the athletes the opportunity to consider next steps, transfer portal, try and find their way through as Jax Forrest wraps up a lightning quick 15-0 tech fall in his first match of the weekend, defeating Garrett Grice.
One thing Forrest mentioned in one of his interviews was talking about unloading the cannon. And that's exactly what he talks about. The guy likes to score points in bunches.
So Jax with a dominant start here in Tulsa. The first time he takes the mat in a conference tournament as a collegiate. Shows why the buzz is so strong about this kid.
Yes, sir. Poulin over here with the 3-0 lead. Oh, nice flurry. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, nice reversal there by Vigil. He's got it. Oh, man, that would have been a key sequence right there if he could have rolled that out that last 15 seconds. That's one thing where Frank Molinaro and Lee Pritch was kind of up, like probably just like, daggone it.
Vigil square up with Steve-O Poulin.
He's got an equipment adjust. I think it was a headgear down there. The score is actually 4-2 on mat number 2. Yeah, they just put it up there.
There it is, yep.
Got Titus Godbold down there officiating, getting that headgear adjusted or taken care of.
Poulin won the Big 12 back in 2023, 7th and 24 5th a year ago, but wrestled his way to an All-American finish at the NCAA's, finishing 8th at 125 pounds.
Yep.
Got a hold of the ankle right now of Vigil. Vigil able to work his way free and get the escape, and it's a 1-point match 30 seconds into the second period.
So that was what I was just talking about, that last 15 seconds. Now this takedown obviously just kind of washes it all out, but in all honesty, it could have been 3-3 instead of 4-3. Now, good job by Poulin to go ahead and extend that to make it a 7-3 lead, but your mindset can change a little bit going into that second period. That's why that last 15 seconds was really crucial, but good job for Poulin getting that escape.
Gage Walker, the Missouri Tiger, on mat number 3, opposite Gavin Caprella from Air Force. Caprella 1-2 last year at Big 12s. Same for Walker.
Gage Walker is an Oklahoma product right here in his backyard from Bixby, Oklahoma. Actually, Tucker Owens is from Mustang, Oklahoma, and there for a little while, Troy Spratley from Eufaula, Oklahoma. So
we are in one of the wrestling capitals of the world, my man. We absolutely are.
You are. You are. It's good to see these kids go off somewhere and get an education and get a chance to represent their universities.
Mat 1 having some equipment issues. Looks like they're working on the headgear.
Yeah, this is the second time, so they may be looking up for another CBU wrestler and say, hey, anybody got an extra headgear down here? Because honestly, what this does down here on Mat 1, right, Trevor Anderson, the way that guy wrestles, he likes to wrestle at a high pace. It kind of slows his rhythm down. You can't get into a rhythm, right? You got, whether it's blood time, equipment time, whatever the case may be. Now, that's out of his control, but I'm just saying as the mental part comes into play, Anderson's been in this wrestling enough to understand, hey, calm down, control my emotions, let the match come to me. I don't have to force anything right now. Obviously, it's still 0-0, but those are just some of the things that can go on in between the match.
Speaking to the pace that Anderson wrestles with and the energy that he wrestles, just pacing the mat right now.
Yes.
Like, come on, let's go. Let's get this thing back. You can feel the energy of Trevor Anderson itching to get back to it as they try and work out the headgear issue. And it looks like they're getting closer down there on mat number 1 to resuming the action. Cooper Shore putting that headgear back on, and they'll be ready to restart here in a moment. Meanwhile, an 8-3 advantage now for Steve O'Poulin on mat 2 against Ane Vigil of Arizona State. Walker and Caprella still scoreless early second period as Caprella was on bottom to begin the period.
Oh, crab right position
Trying
for Walker. Ooh, he's close. He's
working
close.
toward a tilt, but no swipes yet.
Look what he's doing with his left legs. I call those steering wheels. Kind of steering Capella where he wants him, keeping him elevated. Capella's doing a good job of trying to keep his hips high, but Walker's pretty close to getting swipes. Capella's long, he's extending that arm. That's why you see Walker trying to take that arm out. But he's doing a really good job with that left leg, trying to keep him elevated.
Good action on mat 4 right now. Seaton and Doherty in a 1-1 match with a minute to go in the third period.
That's a really good adjustment by Walker there and Capella for not giving up anything. Good sequence.
Seaton, the 8 seed, beat Tristan Doherty twice this year. Won 6-1 back in November, but a 4-1 win in sudden victory 1 back in the duel in late February. Now a takedown with 37 seconds in the period for Seaton to take that 4-1 advantage.
Yeah. Walker ended up getting some other swipes. Yep.
2 near fall points for Gage Walker on mat 3. A takedown for Trevor Anderson on mat 1 and a 3-0 lead on Cooper Shore as Steve O'Poulin winds down in the third period on mat 2. An 8-3 advantage. Vigil trying to work his way behind. Poulin trying to tilt him.
That was close, Mike.
Looking for near fall. There's 3 more for Poulin. Looking for bonus points, an 11-3 advantage, and he's going to have it. He's got the riding time as well.
Yeah.
It'll be a 12-3 final in favor of Steve O'Poulin. And a bonus point win for the Iowa State Cyclone as he begins his march at 125 pounds.
Nice job by Poulin. Getting down there, getting that dub for the Iowa State Cyclones.
A caution down on mat 4 in what is still a tight match. 16 seconds left in the period, in the final period.
Yep.
As Doherty is trying to get loose fast and pull off a miracle takedown in the waning seconds. Good ride by Seaton, working for a mat return.
Oh.
Doherty tried to roll through on him, and Seaton caught a hold of that leg and kept a hold of him.
Oh, time ran out.
Good action between Seaton and Doherty on mat 4, but Cale Seaton, the 8 seed, the Jackrabbit, on to the second round.
It was almost like Doherty. That dude just ducked his head. Oh, man.
So Cale Seaton will face Jax Forrest in the second round.
Poulin with the victory there.
Caprella on top to start the third period, trying to ride Gage Walker at least to the point where he gets him down under a minute of riding time. He's got about 5 seconds left to go to get to that point, and then he'll probably cut him loose and work for a takedown. He's now down under a minute of riding time, unless he just wants to try and turn him.
So this is the game that they play, right? What do you decide to do? Now, when he cuts him here, you got to be careful if Walker just goes back and grabs a leg. See, there's not one yet. Now there's one because he's faced him. So if he would have just let him go and Walker not turn around, that's not one. But once he turns around and faces him, okay, here we go.
Leg.
Yep.
An opportunity here. Caprella working toward what could be a tying takedown late in this third period. 30 seconds to work with, trying to drag him back in bounds. Walker will have to guard against a stall call here. Still a toe in bounds for Caprella. 22 seconds in the third period. Trying to drag that ankle back into play, down to 14 seconds. Still nothing yet. Trying to work to that far foot and get a hold of the ankle.
Man.
Out of bounds, and with 7 seconds left, Caprella now in a tough spot.
I think in that situation, right, as far as Caprella goes, and maybe the technique he should have tried to use, if he could get up to his feet and drag Walker back in, right? Because once you're down there with him, Walker did a really good job of fighting hands and staying in the hurdle split, right? So if Caprella could have got up and walked him back, or maybe even shelved that leg and then start climbing the ladder a little bit. But good job by Walker to get that dub.
A 3-0 win for Gage Walker. Caprella scrapped hard, nearly got him there in the waning seconds. But Walker advances at 133.
Anderson with a 3-0 lead down there on mat number 1 over Shore, entering the third period. We got a returning Big 12 champion here on mat number 2 from the University of Northern Colorado.
Dominic Serrano.
Dominic Serrano, coached by the new head coach at UNC, which is Tion Ware. Got Earl Hall in the corner right now, also Charles Jones. So
quickly a takedown for Serrano and a 3-0 advantage. Final 30 seconds now of period number 1 as they roll their way through the exterior of the cylinder.
And we are moving right along. We got our first 141 on the mat.
The number 1 seed, Sergio Vega, 15-0 on the year. Opening up his Big 12 championships, facing Michael Olson of North Dakota State at 141.
Like I said, once these whistles start blowing, it is like clockwork.
Vega over half his wins this year, bonus point victories. Seven nothing now, the advantage down on mat 1 as Trevor Anderson. A chance perhaps for bonus points. And in fact, yes, because he's got the riding time way up over 2 minutes. He's in a good position. If he can ride out, sure, he'll have an 8-0 major decision win in round 1 at 125, our final 125-pound match of the day. 133 on mats 2 and 4. Serrano and Murillo top left corner. Willishell and Rivera winding down the first period on mat 4. And again, that number 1 seed, Sergio Vega, facing Michael Olson, 141 pounds, top right corner of your screen on mat 3.
Soriano with got a couple swipes over there. He's got a 6-0 lead right now, going into the second period.
Vega and the 2 seed, Anthony Echemendia of Iowa State. A potential Oklahoma State-Iowa State final to look forward to. Those 2 teams expected to be at the top of the team totals at the end of the weekend. A year ago, it was Oklahoma State who won by 4 points over UNI. South Dakota State finished 3rd.
And you saw in that position, Vega does not mind if you get in and get on his leg because he is extremely dangerous from that position. You saw he was trying to pull Olson back on where Olson was like, nah, I want to get out.
Olson 7-14 on the year from Albert Lee, Minnesota. Rode the elevator yesterday with Michael Olson going up to our floor in the hotel just a little bit ago.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Albert Lee High School gear all over himself and his crew.
Got it. got
North Dakota State Bison, a redshirt freshman.
Julian Farber and Carter Schmidt out here on the mat. Mat number 1. University of Oklahoma and the University of Northern Iowa.
Match number 9 of the morning, our final at 1:33. So 3 matches at 1:33. And the one at 1:41 with Vega and Olsen. Scoreless after the opening period with the number 1 seed. Willishell with a second period escape against Rivera on mat 4 in a 1-0 bout. And Schmidt and Farber just getting underway. Serrano in a very good spot.
Yeah. Just kind of keep increasing that lead. He's been here before. So won this tournament last year.
Serrano, one of only 3 reigning champions in the field this weekend. Jen Strickenberger, we mentioned earlier, at 125. Serrano here at 133. And Vinny Zerbin, who was at Northern Colorado, now at Iowa State, at 157.
Vega with his 1-point escape, 17 seconds.
A takedown for Farber on mat 1, a 3-1 lead on Schmidt from Oklahoma.
Look at this position. Look at this.
Vega with a hold of that left knee and working his way, not to a takedown yet because Olsen's still got a hold of that ankle. Trying to work that foot free. Still nothing. And they work their way out of bounds. Good defense from Olsen.
Yeah, very good
to
defense.
Hold off Vega.
It's been some back and forth. Vega kind of won that hand fight early, but Olsen's done a good job of staying out of some of that stuff.
Start of the 3rd period on mat 4. Willishell and Rivera in a 1-0 bout. Willishell, the 7 seed at 133. 14-8 on the year. Luke Willishell, the little brother of Gabe Willishell, also a Wyoming Cowboy.
And they wrestle very, very similar. They're very, very good on the mat. They're very crafty in their scrambles in those positions and stuff like that. So
it was interesting talking with Mark Branch. He talked about how having Luke Willishell on the roster and wrestling as a starter this year has kind of energized Gabe a little bit to have the brothers wrestling together for the first time.
Yep, that's a very good point. Very good point.
A takedown for Willishell there in that 3rd period, and now a 4-0 lead for the true freshman.
Olsen and Vega still 1-0. Olsen's choice, he decided to go neutral. So he's got himself in the match. It's a takedown. Who gets this takedown in this 3rd?
Could we see an upset here at 141?
Yep, they've been going back and forth. Some scrambles here and there.
A shot here from Vega, in on that left leg. Working his way into position. Nothing yet. Olsen with some really good defense in that 2nd period, trying to run his hand up through the hip. And finally working behind. There's the takedown for Vega and a 4-0 lead 30 seconds into the 3rd period.
Just methodical about going about the business, right? Obviously, you still have to wrestle these matches. These seeds mean nothing, right? Who was we talking to? Coach Damian Hahn. And I know it's coaches speak, but we say it all the time. You come into these postseason tournaments, the record is 0-0. Your ranking means nada. And you still got to go out and scrap. So finding a way to get a dub and keep moving, that's the key.
Dominic Serrano with a win there on mat 2, so he's now 15-1 on the year, gets a 1st-round win and advances at 133 pounds. Willishell with another score late in that 3rd period, so an 8-0 final, 9-0 with the riding point just added. That was a 1-0 match to begin the 3rd. A very nice 3rd period from the freshman Luke Willishell.
And that's another thing I love about the 3 points and the 4 swipe near fall, like all of that stuff. You can blow a match open quick.
Farber and Schmidt on mat 1, and a good one, 4-3. Midway through the first period, Farber with a takedown early on, but now Schmidt has answered. Vega, nothing yet, trying to turn. 2, 3, 4. 4 near fall points coming for Sergio Vega. A similar story to Willishell, 1-0 to start the third, and then he's able to crank up some points in that final period.
Exactly right. Methodical, take your time. You look at that starting the third period, it's 1-0 for Vega going into the third. Olsen's done a great job. Next thing you know, you get a takedown, and you're getting swipes at the end of the period to get you a major decision and the 9-0 victory.
From 1-0 to start the third to a bonus point win for Sergio Vega. And Oklahoma State's weekend off to a good start between Jax Forrest and Vega doing their thing at 133 and 141.
Here on mat number 2, we got
Spratley as well, not to be forgotten.
Yep, we got Easton Hilton from Missouri facing Julian Tagg from South Dakota State. And it was fun to talk to Coach Hahn about Tagg and actually watch how this guy just wrestles through positions and just loves to scrap. Couldn't speak higher of an individual.
Schmidt and Farber down on mat 1 is worthy of some attention right now. 4-3 going to this final period. Riding time not a factor at the moment.
Schmidt's looking over at Cam Sikora, trying to decide if he wants to cut him or not. Riding time is not a factor.
Optional start, 5-3.
Nice attack there by Tagg on mat number 2 on that singles. Got it shelved up, got Hilton's leg shelved in that position. Seeing if he can climb the ladder, putting that hand on that thigh maybe. That's on his hip there in that position.
Farber was third last year at Big 12 Championship. Schmidt nearly got a hold of that ankle. Farber able to get away.
He was trying to run him down. Oh, good stutter there by Schmidt.
Farber taking shots, though, making sure that he doesn't find himself in a position where he gets a stall call. Another shot here from Schmidt in on that right leg, working to the ankle.
He's got to be careful because Farber may put himself in a potentially dangerous situation.
Farber over the top, grabbing a hold of the right leg of Schmidt.
He's coming
now
up.
Standing is Schmidt, back down low. Farber with that far ankle. 50 seconds in the period.
Oh, stalemate. Good
and
job.
A stalemate called on mat 1.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Vasquez and Jordan Titus down there on mat number 4. And if that name Vasquez sounds familiar, he's wrestling for Cal Baptist. He's a transfer from Arizona State.
Yes. Schmidt gave Gage Walker a run in an 8-6 bout, had a win 11-0, a major decision over Carter Dybert. So Schmidt has shown he's got a little something, and he has battled all through this one, but short time now, still down that 5-3. He's trying to work his hands through. He's got his hands locked, but not in a great scoring position right now, and he's going to run out of time. Julian Farber
find a way.
Gets himself a late takedown to make it an 8-3 finish.
Find a way. Man, and Schmidt had a couple of times to finish those shots, but man, good counter defense there by Farber.
Vasquez and Titus, a 6-6 match late in the first period. A wild one happening right now on mat 4 at 141 pounds.
A lot of back and forth in that first period, huh?
Vasquez was a Sun Devil for 4 years, but now a 9-6 campaign with CBU.
2 swipes right here on mat number 3.
He beat Jordan Titus 8-3 back in January in the duel.
Okay.
But they are
in
a good one right now. 6-6 after 1.
It's not, like I said, it's not going to take them long to fill one another out. They know each other. Julian Tagg with a 1-point escape.
A tight one there on mat 2, middle of the second period. Good one here here on mat 3 as well. 4-3 Nogel with the lead, now 6-3.
Yeah, Nogel did some work on top there on Brady. I think Brady might have got the first takedown, but after that it's been all Nogel going into the second period with the 6-3 lead.
Carter Nogel, the sophomore out of Air Force, 17-6 on the year, coming into the Big 12 championships. And an escape for Nogel and a now 7-3 advantage.
It's kind of increasing that lead. Tag is looking to score right here at the end of this period. This would be a big sequence. He's got a 1-0 lead, but Hilton's got that. He's got that hip block. There's his 3 right there.
5 seconds to go in the period, and he scores.
2 seconds left. I tell you what, winning the last 15 to 20 seconds of a period, it's crucial, but man, it magnifies on this level. It really, really does.
Tag finished 5th a year ago here at Big 12s, went 2-2 at the NCAA championships, 16-4 on the year. Comes in on a 5-match winning streak, and he's got himself a 4-0 lead as they start the third period on mat 2.
And that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Vasquez with another takedown down there. Just the mindset of 1-0 to 4-0 going into the third period, or going into the next period, whatever period it is.
Vasquez and Titus, a 10-8 match.
Yes, back and
middle
forth.
of the second period.
And I remember Vasquez from last year, man. That dude, he scrapped, man. He wrestled extremely hard, put a lot of points on the board. And obviously he's out there wrestling inspired this weekend. Got Tyler Wells down here on mat number 1 from the University of Oklahoma with a 7-0 lead over Guerrero from UNC. Yeah.
Vasquez and Titus now 10-9 after the escape, wrestling for the right to face the 1 seed Sergio Vega in the next round. A shot there, fended off, the go behind. Late time in the period and no points awarded. They will head to the third in a 10-9 match.
They got 19 points on the board and they still got 2 minutes left to wrestle. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Vasquez and Titus going at it.
Vasquez's choice, he's going down, so.
Vasquez 6th here at Big 12s a year ago, 7th the year prior. Couple NCAA qualifier years for Jordan Titus in his career. The escape there, 11-9, now the advantage for Vasquez. And Jordan Titus is going to have to go hunting. Edge of the mat work here for Julian Tag on mat 2. Working to the ankle of Hilton, and they're outside the cylinder.
That's a good round. This is a good match right there. That's one thing Coach Hahn said. Obviously, we know about Julian Tag. Made it to the round of 16 last year. Made some changes in his life to make the team. He was telling us he was there for what, like 2 years before he ever got to wrestle. He committed earlier to North Carolina. He was number 10, ranked 10 in the nation, and nonstop wrestling. And this match showed it. He just was continuous action the whole time.
70 seconds left on mat 4. 11-9 the lead for Vasquez. Can Jordan Titus find himself a takedown?
Let's see here. Obviously, he should have confidence he can go get one because he's got 9 points on the board, right?
There's been no shortage of offense in that match.
No shortage of offense on this match.
Riding time not a factor. 54 seconds for Vasquez, so not enough to impact the scoring. So a takedown would give Titus the lead. A takedown and a ride-out would give him the win. A takedown and an escape for Vasquez would give us overtime on mat 4. 30 seconds to work with.
Titus has got to start sprinting right now, Mike. 25 seconds left. Vasquez knows where he's at. He's going to keep his butt to the edge. There's a super
Good
duck.
shot.
Oh, he got to the body.
Whizzer in from Vasquez, trying to fend him off. 12 seconds in the period, got a hold of that leg. Trying to work to the other leg.
There it is.
And the takedown.
Wow.
Titus scores with 4 seconds in the period. What a win for Jordan Titus, the redshirt senior for West Virginia. At the gun, 12-11.
Found a way. One shot, I should say one shot, more than one shot, obviously, because there's 11-9 at that point in the time, but man, he kept wrestling, didn't he?
Good work from Jordan Titus, and he'll move on to the second round. He'll face Sergio Vega in the quarterfinals.
And that'll be another good match. They've wrestled this year earlier as well.
5-1, Vega won that one back in December. They'll face off again later on this morning.
Got some 149-pounders coming to the mat now.
And on mat 2 in front of us to our left, Anthony Echemendia, the number 2 seed at 141. With his first match of the weekend, David Sines of Wyoming. Already with a takedown and an escape here on mat 2 in the opening minute and 20 seconds. So a 3-1 lead for Echemendia. Cut and release for the Cyclone.
Got Swiderski and McDougal down there on mat number 4.
That is a match worth watching.
Yes,
Casey
it is.
Swiderski, the number 1 seed from Oklahoma State, 10-5 on the year, number 7 in the coaches' rankings, against a kid in Willie McDougal, who you likely remember from his time at Oklahoma. Had a lot of success with the Sooners. 5th at Big 12s a year ago, 1-2 at NCAA's last year, but he has had Big 12 and NCAA success in years prior as well. 21-8.
And they've both been banged up in the latter part of this season. This was one of the guys that Coach Flynn gave us a potential during our interview and talk with him. And obviously, Swiderski and McDougal out there scrapping it up. Swiderski transfer from Iowa State, up at 149 pounds now. Echemendia doing his thing, 6-2 right now.
A takedown for Echemendia and a 9-2 advantage on mat 2. The 2 seed at 141 starting very well. 3 takedowns in this opening period, looking to ride out the final 5 seconds.
Then on mat number 1, you got Hunter Hollingsworth from the University of Oklahoma versus Maxwell Peterson from North Dakota State University. Peterson is the 4 seed.
McDougal is one, when we talked with Tim Flynn earlier this week, he was very excited about the potential that he has this weekend. This is a kid that knows what it is to be here in Tulsa, knows what it is to wrestle in the NCAAs, understands what tournament wrestling is about. Obviously a tough draw right out of the gates with the number 1 seed in Swiderski, but he's got the goods.
He's got the goods. He's really sneaky. Obviously what Coach Flynn mentioned to us is he'd like for him to open up more. He's got a really good double, extremely explosive, and can kind of lull you to sleep a little bit. And just watching the match so far, Swiderski's been the aggressor. I don't think there's been any stall calls with 25 seconds left in this first period there.
A scoreless first thus far. A shot there from Swiderski, fended off, heavy hips from McDougal. 10 seconds in the period on mat 4. And they work their way out of play with 1 second in the period as David Taylor gives some guidance to Swiderski.
Hollingsworth and Peterson will end the first period 0-0.
Max Peterson from North Dakota State, 12-5 on the year, the junior.
Echemendia with another takedown.
Wasn't here in Tulsa a year ago, Peterson, but 8th at Big 12s in 2024. Number 17 in the coaches' rankings as they built out the seeding for the Big 12 championships. A strong season for the Bison Junior.
coached by my man, Obi Blanc.
Obi's starting to build that program a little bit.
He is, man. He's done a really, really good job there at North Dakota State University.
An assistant at NC State for 5 years before he took over with the Bison.
Yep.
But starting to kind of build that program in his image.
Got a really young team. Really young team.
(13-3), Anthony Echemendia in firm control over David Saenz as they head to the third period.
Edmond and Dupeal right here on mat number 3. 1-0 lead for, I think it's Edmond red, yeah.
Swiderski with a couple mat returns on McDougald there on mat 4, still scoreless as they get rolling in the second period.
And this was another adjustment made in the brackets with 149. I think Alec Martin was supposed to be
yes.
the guy.
Dupeal in his place. Martin was coming out of the concussion protocol.
Okay.
They thought that he was going to be able to wrestle. And
good to know.
Wasn't able to clear, or officially had cleared, but I think they just decided discretion is the better part of valor sometimes in this type of situation. And they have Colin Dupeal, the redshirt sophomore, go in his place. Dupeal has been wrestling the last couple of weeks in place of Martin during the dual meets. Beat Bryce Shelton back on January the 30th. The escape for McDougald on mat 4. He's got a 1-0 advantage 40 seconds into the period. It was a 27-second ride for Swiderski. Peterson with a takedown on mat 1 and a 4-0 advantage late second period. Trying to ride out Hollingsworth. And Echemendia working his way to a tackle ball here. Feels like any moment now. Final minute of the third period, so he's running out of time to get to that 15-point advantage, but a very strong start to the weekend for Anthony Echemendia.
45 left on that mat. Mat number 4. Peters is in control going into the third period on mat number 1.
Will Willie McDougald do what Tim Flynn said and cut it loose, take some shots, get in there offensively and make something happen? Or can Swiderski answer back?
Swiderski's been continuing to stalk him.
There's the tech fall for Echemendia, 22-6 the final. 15 seconds in the period as they work their way outside the cylinder. A stall call against McDougald. That was the first, so no point awarded, just the warning. 12 seconds in the period on mat 4. The number 1 seed, Casey Swiderski. Will head to the third period trailing 1-0. Swiderski didn't face McDougald this year, but beat him here at Big 12s in 2024, a 19-5 major decision. It's been a very different match today.
Yep.
Swiderski's loose, 1-1. You said it before we came on the air. You were looking forward to this match.
I had it highlighted. It was one of the matches I had highlighted on my bracket. Just because I know what they both bring to the table, and like I mentioned earlier, throw the seeds, throw the rankings, throw all of that out of the window.
Good shot from Swiderski, good feet from McDougald to get free. Who will be the aggressor?
It's been Swiderski with a lot of the attacks, but he hadn't finished yet. And I'm telling you, McDougald's looking for just one good attack.
McDougald does have a stall call against him, so he's got to bring the action himself. Fending off another shot from Swiderski. A minute in the period. The crowd here in Oklahoma supporting Swiderski. Another shot from the Cowboy in on a double leg. And the net return, they say he was out of play. No points awarded.
He told him to come back to the middle. Let's see what happens in this last 55, focusing on mat number 4.
Casey Swiderski says to Willie McDougald, come on back, let's keep going. 47 seconds in the period on mat 4. Bottom right corner of your screen, 1-1. McDougald has got to bring some action here to avoid a stall call. Another shot from Swiderski. McDougald able to defend each time. Riding time not a factor. Nearly got a hold of that ankle. McDougald.
Yeah.
They will give the stall call this time, and a 2-1 advantage for Swiderski. You knew it was coming eventually as McDougald scrambled to the corner.
But now there's a sprint from McDougald.
Yes.
Right? There's a sprint, misdirections, doubles. Swiderski's been the aggressor the whole time. He's got to keep his butt to the edge where McDougald was.
Swiderski content to push him out.
Oh, man.
14 seconds in the period. Flynn wanted McDougald to be aggressive. No better time to do it than right now. 5 seconds in the period. Good defense from Swiderski. And thanks to that third period stall call, Casey Swiderski moves on at 149.
But to Coach Tim Flynn's point,
yes,
he wanted McDougald to open up. He did not open up in that match.
Yeah.
And if you want to get on that podium in March or in Cleveland, man, you better put some points on the board. You know what I mean? And that's what Coach Flynn was wanting. He didn't want to see that. He wanted to see something else different than that.
Amid all of that, also just had an overtime finish on mat 3. We were so focused on mat 4. On mat number 2, Benji Alanis and David Evans, the 3 seed at 149. Evans coming in 15-4 on the year. The transfer from Penn State, kind of following the lead of Terrell Barraclough, who we saw a year ago for the Wolverines.
And I've had a chance to watch some film, obviously, with bad weather in Stillwater. Utah Valley and Oklahoma State was unable to get that duel finished, completed, let's just say started. I was really looking forward to watch this guy wrestle, but had a chance to watch some film on him, man, and goodness gracious, he wrestles super duper hard. Beat Ancia, Aiden Valencia this year, Alec Martin. I mean, you go down through this, beat Edmond, beat Lamer, placed 6th at CKLV. He had a medical forfeit loss to Frost, which is right here on mat number 3. So his credentials speak for themselves. Leighton, Schneider, and Larkin. Larkin got Schneider and a Jonesy.
That OT match, by the way, Edmond and Dupill, Josh Edmond from Missouri, moving on to the second round with an OT win. Dupill, the kid out of South Dakota State that was replacing Alec Martin in the field.
Right there in the fight.
Given the 5 seed, everything he wanted and then some.
Larkin looking for first period fall down here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you got to remember, Larkin is an extremely unique, talented young man. He was number 1 in the nation at one point in time at 149 pounds. Moved up, maybe might have been 2, moved up to 157.
No, I think you're right. He got the number 1.
He had the number 1 at 149. Yeah. Moved up to 157, beat Ty Waters, which at that time was the number 1 ranked guy, beat Vinny Zerman, I think, which at that time was the number 3 guy, became the number 1 guy at 157, and got beat by Meyer Shapiro a month or so ago. So he was doing work at 149, and now he's doing work at 157 pounds.
Larkin with a 10-1 advantage in that first period. The Sun Devil with high expectations just because of the last name. He and his brother Kyler,
and as Coach
following in their father Eric's footsteps.
Yep, and as Coach Jones told us, he's cool, calm, collective, thinks on a really high plane. I mentioned his facial expression never changes when he wrestles. He said, don't let that fool you. Dude is intense. So
yeah,
he can scrap. Frost getting some swipes over here on Evans. He's another
got
Oklahoma
a foot
product
in that cylinder. A first period takedown for Jacob Frost.
Again, we are all over the board. We got a few 57-pounders out here. 49. Well, there's 349, 157.
Yeah, Frost the 2 seed at 149, 13-5 on the year. Lost to Seth Mendoza in his final match of the regular season. The rising star at Missouri. Some thought that maybe Mendoza was going to end up in the field this weekend, but they go with Josh Edmond.
I want to say something about Seth Mendoza. That young man's going to be a problem, right? Him and Swiderski have had 2 dog fights back and forth. Swiderski won both of them, but as a true freshman coming in, and obviously as somebody like Josh Edmond, which wrestled at 41, he's wrestled at 49. He's been a great team guy and a great culture guy for the University of Missouri. But Mendoza's going to be in that lineup next year, and I mean, he's going to be looking to take some heads.
Yeah. You don't beat Jacob Frost 8-2 by accident.
No,
that kid can go.
Yeah, that just don't happen, right? You just don't get up and do 2 push-ups and go get that done.
Frost winding that first period to a close, a 3-0 lead on Evans.
We still got us a good one right here at 141 on 100 or 149. My bad on mat number 2.
Benji Alanis, David Evans.
Yeah. He's in there. I mean, he's getting, it's 2-0 the real score because Evans got a minute 43 ride time, but there's 57 seconds left here. And Alanis got to start getting to something. He's got to sprint. This is where I say you got to start sprinting. I say that right now because it's so hard to finish these shots. Very seldom do you get a clean finish.
Alanis, a Sun Devil this year. The transfer. 1-2 at Big 12s a year ago. The re-attack from Evans, and he's in on that right leg.
And he knows I gotta keep a hold of this leg. Alanis is trying to look for something and create something with 10 seconds left here. Ooh, they're gonna put it to 10. Yeah. Oof.
Potentially dangerous situation, and they will restart. No advantage, and with 6 seconds left, now Alanis has got to pull off a miracle. Evans content to scramble around, and he'll walk out of there with a 2-0 win. And the number 3 seed at 149 will move on.
Good scrap by Alanis, though. Good scrap.
About to determine who will face the 3 seed David Evans. Happening down on mat 4, Bryce Shelton of Air Force, Caleb Rachi of UNI. Rachi with a 6-2 advantage late in the second period.
Rachi just scored the takedown too to make it was 3-2. Once again, about 25, 30 seconds left in that second period with that takedown for Rachi.
And now we start to get into the weight class that we teed up off the top of the telecast. 157 pounds. Ty Waters, the 4 seed, number 7 in the coaches' rankings. 17-2 on the year, one of the elite 157 pounders in America. Opening up his weekend here in this first round on mat number 1, bottom left corner of your screen.
Very crafty. Won Big 12s as a freshman at 149. He was injured all last year, so obviously red-shirted. But, man, dude is slick.
Facing Drayden Morton of California Baptist. Morton's had a solid season, 12-9 on the year. Has faced Ty Waters before. Back on January the 11th in the dual meet, Waters won 6-1. Frost up 7-0 on mat 3 as they start the third period. Drexler with a first period takedown. Up 3-1 on Gregerson, also at 157. Everybody talks about the top 4 at 157, and for good reason. Larkin, Robidoux, Waters, and Zerbin are fantastic. But the 5 seed Gavin Drexler has got a little something as well from North Dakota State.
Right. Trying to say y'all must have forgot, man. I'm still here scrapping.
Facing Lincoln Gregerson from Air Force. Gregerson, the sophomore, out of Arvada, Colorado.
And that's also one of the other things I'll continue to talk about, Mike, is just the youth movement of these young athletes, man. They do not care what the resume is of somebody else that they're wrestling.
A stall call and another point for Evan Frost. An 11-1 edge on mat number 3 midway through the third period. So Frost looks to be well on his way to a bonus point win. 11-2 now with the escape for Evans. Oh, Frost was
trying, right?
Working his way to the edge. They'll give another point for the stall as Evans hopped his way outside the cylinder. So 12-2 now. Evans content to give up the 1 rather than the 3.
Drexler over here with a 6-1 lead, still in the first period.
Waters with a first period takedown of Morton and a 3-0 advantage. Rachi up 10-2 on his way to a bonus point win on mat 4 with over 2 minutes of riding time. It'll be an 11-2 final. Rachi knocking off Shelton at 149.
Frost looking for the fall here. Got that locked up tight. 15 seconds left.
Nearly. Frost has got the cradle in.
Yep.
And there it is with 8 seconds. Frost, who already had the tech fall locked up, an extra bonus point. Finishing it off with the pin.
Waters with the 3-0 lead down here on mat number 1.
Working his way closer to a minute of riding time, up to 53 seconds and counting. As Morton tried to roll through, Waters able to work his way behind yet again. A 2-point reversal on mat number 2 and an 8-1 lead for Drexler early on in the second period. I thought Waters may have released him at some point and gone hunting after another takedown, but it looks like he's just going to ride out Drayden Morton on mat 1. Up to a minute and a half of riding time.
Zerbin and Powell down there on mat number 4. Zerbin the 3 seed. Obviously, like we talked about, that depth of 157 is just pure excitement at that weight.
He faced Daishun Powell of Northern Colorado at the dual meet back in late January, an 18-3 tech fall win for Zerbin.
Zerbin's also got a unique style. We can throw a little bit of chaos in there. We can throw a little funk in there. We can throw some rolls in there. But it gets the job done.
Meanwhile, on mat 3, just getting underway with period number 1, Cale Swenson, the 6 seed, and Mark Takara from Utah Valley. They met in the duel, a 13-1 major decision win for Swenson over Takara. Waters with the escape, a 4-0 advantage and nearly a minute 40 of riding time, so really a 5-0 edge as it stands right now for Ty Waters on mat 1. Drexler works his way to a fall. I had my eyes elsewhere and caught just the very tail end of that, but yes, Drexler with the pin on mat 2. So Gavin Drexler, the 5 seed at 157, again saying, hey, don't forget about me when you talk about 157.
I'm still here.
He will have his opportunity in round number 2. It'll be Drexler and Ty Waters, provided Waters continues doing what he's doing on mat 1, though Morton giving him a bit of a battle right now. Swenson with a first period takedown of Takara on mat 3. And Zerbin able to work his way to a takedown of Daishun Po about 13 seconds ago, now working the riding time.
Got Teague Travis coming to the mat versus Cale Ranavardi from Northern Iowa here at 157 pounds. Travis is a transfer from Oklahoma State University, actually started the season last year at 57, got banged up in the first duel, and then made his appearance back here at 149 for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Earned a spot.
Late addition to the field.
Yes, earned a spot at 149 pounds. Went on to the NCAA tournament, had a good tournament, didn't place, but he put forth that effort. And now he's back in his hometown, Missouri, where he is originally from.
Originally from Columbia, his father wrestled for Missouri, his uncle wrestled for Missouri. So Teague Travis gets to finish his career Tiger style.
There you go.
9-5 on the year. Hasn't faced Ranavardi from UNI, who is his first round opponent here on mat number 2.
Early on a high crotch. Ranavardi was one of the guys that I did see that gave Larkin a really good match in that duel. It was a good back and forth. Ranavardi, I use the word sticky and grippy, like dude just starts grabbing stuff.
Got a hold of that left ankle right now, trying to defend that early shot from Teague Travis.
Yep. Good job by Travis. He kept his head high. He's kind of splitting the legs of Ranavardi now. He's got to clear that foot, though. Yeah, he's in a dominant position there.
Travis working his way closer. Crossface with that right arm, and there's the takedown. And a 3-0 start for Teague Travis.
Waters with the still 7-0 lead down here on mat number 1.
Zerbin got a second period escape and leads 4-0 on Daishun Po. And Swenson still with just that one takedown, and now up over 2 minutes worth of riding time on Takara. A takedown and a first period ride out, and now well up over a minute of riding time in this second period.
Got some blood time down there on mat number 1. Yeah. That's exactly what that is.
Drayden Morton getting looked at by the training staff, as Waters has a 7-0 advantage. 5-0 now for Vinny Zerbin. This weight class, when you get to the semis later on tonight, especially if it ends up being chalk, or again, Gavin Drexler will say, hey, hang on just a second.
Yes.
But if that's what it ends up being, or perhaps Swenson if he can get Zerbin, I mean, there are guys that shoot, Teague Travis and Landon Robidoux.
Yes.
If that's what it ends up being in the second round, should be a good one. Really, the quarter's on at 157. just let's go.
Let's scrap, man.
And I guess right now you're kind of seeing the tea leaves of all of that, because right now in the first round, each of the guys that are expected to be part of those quarters are in pretty firm control right now.
Yep, they're doing their job.
Swenson will start this third period on bottom, up 3-0, but with 3 minutes and 16 seconds of riding time. Obviously that's working down at the moment with Takara on top, but realistically a 4-0 lead, and make it now 5-0 with the escape for Swenson. So Takara with a lot of work to do in the final 100 seconds on mat 3. Still blood time on mat 1 with Waters up 7-0. Travis with a 3-1 lead as they get ready to start period 2 on mat 2. And Zerbin now 6-0 with the advantage on mat 4 as they start the third period.
Travis has definitely been the aggressor over here on mat 2. In on a couple of shots. Ranavardi was able to fend off that last one, that last 20, but that first one was, I think he was in there within the first 5-10 seconds, to be honest with you.
So Ranavardi will take bottom. Down 3-1 to start the second period on mat 2. Final 50 seconds on mat 3 as Takara tries to make something happen here against Cale Swenson. Swenson, a medical redshirt last year, but was third here at Big 12s in Tulsa in 2024. A 22-10 season, and he's in on a leg here.
Nice attack.
And there's the takedown for Swenson, and a 7-0 lead. Call it 8-0. It's going to be a bonus point win for Cale Swenson if he can ride out on Takara.
One escape for Ranavardi here. Travis got a little bit high, had that half in, Had the leg in on that right-hand side, got a little bit high, and decided, you know what, instead of giving up a reversal, let me just kick out, give up one escape. I still got 2:01 of riding time.
So it will be a major decision for Cale Swenson on mat 3, an 8-0 win over Mark Takara to move on to the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, yes, here on mat 2, maybe a good one brewing. 3-2 midway through the second period. Ronald Vardy, you mentioned earlier, he's given some guys some battles this season, and he's doing it right now with Teague Travis.
Yep.
We're hearing concussion protocol perhaps on mat 4. That would be a really tough break for Iowa State and Vinny Zerbin, who they're looking at right now, sitting on the mat on mat 4.
I did not see what happened down there. But,
Zerbin walking off the mat now with Kevin Dresser alongside. The number 3 seed at 157 pounds. Looks like they may have collided heads. If you look at the replay of what happened a moment ago on mat 4.
Oh, yeah. He took the worst of that. Yeah. He took the worst
And
of
he
that.
kind of looked up to it, the official, it seemed. So that is absolutely worth monitoring. Vinny Zerbin, the 3 seed.
And there's no time limit on the concussion protocol, so they will take Vinny Zerbin back there, take a look at him, run him through the test that they have to run him through, and then they'll decide if he's able to compete or not. But like I said, there's no time limit on that. So, you know, what you're doing right now as far as the opponent, you're just kind of, just kind of hanging out, back and forth, listen to what your coaches are saying, and just trying to keep your mental state on point.
As we were looking at that, Teague Travis got himself a takedown to seize a little firmer control on mat 2. Now a 7-2 advantage in this third period, and really more like 8-2 with 2 minutes and 17 seconds worth of riding time. Meanwhile, on mat 1, our first look at D. Lockett this weekend, the freshman out of Oklahoma State, another part of this freshman movement, not just Hardell for Oklahoma State, but nationally. The way that freshmen have just taken hold of the national discussion in wrestling has been captivating, and D. Lockett is certainly a part of that.
It has, right? And that's what I'm talking about. That youth movement is something special. These young men are coming in to wrestle. They're prepared. They're ready for it. They've wrestled in a lot of big environments, and they're letting it fly, man. They're putting points on the board, and they are scrapping. So it's been fun to watch.
Travis now with a 10-3 advantage. It was tight with Ranavardi for a while, but he has opened it up here in this third period.
Yes, he has. He was already getting to his attacks, but one thing he started doing now he's finishing them.
Daishan Po walking the mat with a jacket on, trying to stay warm as they evaluate Vinny Zerbin in concussion protocol on mat 4. Zerbin, as you can see there, was up 6-1 as D. Lockett gets himself his first takedown of the weekend. Schultz tried to roll through. They worked their way outside the cylinder. Killian Schultz, the redshirt sophomore for the Northern Colorado Bears, had himself a quality win over Marcus Espinoza Owens earlier this year, so he showed some things through the season for sure. Won 4-1 in sudden victory against Espinoza Owens.
Marcus is wrestling right here on mat number 3, 0-0 going into the second period.
Facing Zion Trujillo of Utah Valley.
See a lot of the Oklahoma State fans obviously clapping for Travis.
As Teague Travis wraps up his win on mat 2, he'll move on the 7th seed, and he will face Landon Robidoux in the second round. That one may split those loyalties a little harder for the Oklahoma State fans.
For that one, it definitely will. You're exactly right on that one, Mike. You are exactly right on that one. Coming up to mat number 2, man, we got Peyton Keller from the University of Oklahoma, former All-American from Ohio University, but now is wrestling for the University of Oklahoma. And Nico Ruiz from Arizona State. Keep your eye out on this young man. He can wrestle and scrap in a lot of different situations. He was at a really good season last year as a freshman, but starting to come into his own right now as a sophomore. So I've been real impressed with this fella.
165 is a tough weight class because as deep as it is, only 4 pre-allocations. So it's going to be a battle to make sure you're in that NCAA field. And Connor Uten, the 5 seed from Iowa State, the 4 seed Max Mayfield from Mizzou. We'll see those gentlemen here in a short period of time. Another takedown for D. Lockett on mat 1. Beg your pardon, a reversal, a 5-0 lead. And
to Mike's point, what he's talking about, allotments, those spots are earned. Then they become wild card options. So each weight has set number on what they're allotted. The highest one out of the Big 12 are 133, 84, and 97 at 8 spots. You know, and if you're at, to your point, if you're at 165 and if you don't place in the top 4, you're going to have to get wild carded in. So just keep an eye on that throughout this process, because that's what these guys are fighting for. They're fighting for spots to get on that, to get a chance to go to Cleveland and scrap.
It is always a point of contention every year at this time of year. How is there not one more? How did Connor Uten not allocate her? How did it is always a discussion, but we'll see who gets it. At 165, you're going to have to either be in the finals or the consolation finals to allocate.
This position right here on mat number 2, oh man. Keller, oh yeah, you can't take that way,
A potentially dangerous situation, and they will come back to neutral.
Yeah, he kind of took that to the outside a little bit. Okay.
We've got a review down on mat 1 in what is a 5-1 lead for Ladarian Lockett. Looking at riding time to make sure that is correct. Currently the clock showing 105 in favor of Lockett. Another funky position here on mat 2 with Keller and Ruiz.
Well, you know, Ruiz just dropped down, was able to change levels, just hitting a little snatch single there on Keller. But Keller did a good job of really just creating action and rolling into something.
Ruiz and Keller faced off about a month ago in the duel, a 9-2 win for Ruiz. On mat 1, they confirm the riding time is accurate, so 105 it'll remain. 4-2, Espinoza Owens with the lead on Trujillo. Zerbin is back.
He's still back out.
Here we go on mat 4. Vinny Zerbin deemed to be okay. They are ready to resume the action. 30 seconds left in the 3rd period.
If I recall, Mike, last year, matter of fact, yes, it was last year, he was wrestling Fisher and had to go in concussion protocol as well last year. Sure did. Sure did.
So Vinny Zerbin, that is a huge development for Iowa State. That's a huge development at 157 pounds. If he wasn't able to go, that was going to turn the bracket over. Instead, with a 6-2 advantage now and 13 seconds left, that's maybe the best news for Vinny Zerbin, to say all you got to do is come back and wrestle 30 seconds, and then you can go chill out for a little while and relax. 3-2, and that will do it in the 3rd period. And Vinny Zerbin deemed to be okay and able to return and finish things off with Daishan Poe and Vinny Zerbin, the 3 seed at 157, on to the 2nd round where he'll face Cale Swenson. A win for Espinoza Owens on mat 3, an 8-2 victory. The first of 2 Espinoza Owens brothers we will see, the twins from South Dakota State.
Yep. And I love what Coach Hahn was talking about. Great kids. They started late, so a lot of this stuff is still new. Came out of Utah from Sanderson's Wrestling Club. They keep things moving forward. His brother Moses was actually a backup at 157 last year and now is up to 174 this year.
That was a fun conversation with Damian Hahn, their head coach, earlier this week. He told us that it took some convincing to get the other twin, Moses, to make his way to 174. Moses wanted to stay at 157, wanted to go down to 157, and Hahn said, you're gonna hate your life.
Yep.
go the other direction. And eventually they got him there, and it has worked out very well for Moses Espinoza Owens, who is the 6th seed at 174.
And one of the other questions we asked him was, do they wrestle in practice? I asked that because I have twin nephews, and it wasn't a good idea to have them wrestle in practice. He said they drill, but they do not wrestle one another in practice because that can possibly turn into a fisticuff a little bit. Or as my son would say, a Timmy Tough Knuckles.
Hey, and any of us who have brothers know that's you're playing with fire there.
Yes, you are.
Third period action on mat 1. D. Lockett in a 5-2 match with Schultz. Still at that minute and 5 seconds of riding time, so really a 6-2 edge as it stands at the moment. But Killian Schultz giving Lockett a run here. In on the leg, Lockett.
Schultz just also got hit with a stall call during that sequence right there as well, so now the score is 6-2.
Lockett trying to work him into neutral danger here, getting swipes. Final 30 seconds on mat 1. Lifting that leg is Lockett, but short time to work with. Finally able to roll over the top, and he's got the 3.
And that sequence right there was big, Mike, because now it puts us in major decision territory. Now the final score will be 10-2 instead of 6-2. We'll make that 7-2 with the riding time. Now it will be 10-2 with the riding time if he finishes this period on top.
5 seconds left in the period, and it looks like D. Lockett will start with bonus points for Oklahoma State.
So they're reviewing a takedown over here on mat number 3.
Mat 3, our first peek at 174 this weekend. As D. Lockett does indeed finish off what will be a 10-2 finish and a major decision. Lots of orange in the crowd, as you can hear. Oklahoma State fans making the short drive over.
They upheld.
So it is a takedown on mat 3 and a 3-0 advantage for Cale Valencia. The Arizona State Sun Devil facing Riley Davis from Wyoming here in this first round. See if we can give you another replay of the Valencia Davis takedown that went to review.
Okay. Single leg attempt there by Valencia. So I heard the Wyoming coach kept yelling, "What changed? What changed? What changed?" So he's asking him, what changed to make you give the 3 if you didn't give it earlier, right? So there's nothing there. There's the 3. No, then he wiped it off, right? He gave 3, wiped it off. Then he gave 3 again and said they were out of bounds. So that's why the coach is saying, what changed? You gave 3, you wiped it off, and his hand was still there. What changed in that sequence?
Looks like they may be taking a look at something again here on mat 3.
I think that was an escape. Okay, those one escape, yeah.
They do give the point to Davis for the escape. It's 3-1. A lot going on in just the first minute and 36 seconds of the first period on mat 3.
Ruiz with the win over here on mat number 2 over Keller from Oklahoma. What is this? 3-1. So we got a couple of 65s out. We got a 74 out.
We've got Sloan Swan from Wyoming and Bowden Greenlee. The match on your bottom left corner on mat 1. Good mat return and a takedown.
Nice by Swan. Big lift.
Swan takes the advantage 4-3.
Big lift by Swan.
I beg your pardon, Davis takes the lead on Valencia 4-3. Now 4-4 with the escape. An active first period on mat 3 with Cale Valencia.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Swan is down on mat number 1 now. My bad, our bad. We were all over.
Swan and Greenlee on mat 1.
74 going, yeah.
Jared Simma's first match of the weekend against Gunnar Kremlett of Air Force on mat 2.
Simma sneaky, man. That dude's got an interesting feel, man. He does not mind odd positions out here when he's scrapping. 9 times out of 10, he wins those positions.
And bottom right corner of your screen on mat 4, Max Mayfield, the 4 seed out of Mizzou at 165, facing Logan Fowler from Air Force. Mayfield with a takedown already. A second period escape and a 4-0 advantage.
And they also had at 165 that bumped up was James Conway. He was also wrestling a little bit of 165 as well. So don't know if they had a wrestle off, obviously, and Mayfield won that or going through that point. But kind of to your point that you were talking about even a couple of weeks back with Dupeal, like you got to have depth. You have to have depth. You know, so if something happens to one guy, you got to have the next guy that is just as good to get up there and go scrap.
Sima off to a quick start here on mat 2, a 5-0 advantage on Gunnar Cramblett. Just a minute 13 in and already 44 seconds of riding time.
Yeah,
Valencia with the escape here to start the second. 5-4 on Davis.
He did not mess around. So like I said, we got 65-pounders out here, 74-pounders, so 265, 274. 65s on the outside, 2 mats. And what we're looking at is 1 and 4, and then 2 and 3 are 74.
Davis working his way to a takedown.
Okay, boy, they got a little back and forth going over here, Mike.
Davis takes the lead back. These two did not wrestle this year.
Yeah.
Davis, a redshirt freshman.
Okay. Valencia is the 5 seed now. But once again, Riley Davis is like, hold up. Seven to 6 there. 35 left. Oh, nice drag. Man, that was nice. He's got to return him. That's his 3 right there. Man, nice drag by Valencia.
Right back comes Kale Valencia in a 9-7 advantage. Back and forth these two go. The 8 seed Valencia from Arizona State, Riley Davis from Wyoming, wrestling for the right to face the number 1 seed Alex Facundo of Oklahoma State, who had the first round bye.
That was a very, very slick drag there by Valencia. Felt that whoop, disappear with my sound effects. You guys are listening to this quad pod. Just get used to the sound effects because I'm going to be here all weekend long.
Mayfield cruising on mat 4, a 10-1 advantage. Swan and Greenlee in a tight one on mat 1, 1-0 late second period.
Yep.
But mat number 3, the action right now, a 9-7 advantage for Kale Valencia late in the second period. The 1 escape, it'll be 9-8 as we go to the final period.
Good job there by Davis to get that.
5 seconds in the second. Riding time not a factor. What a scrap this has been. Valencia and Davis at 174. Jared Sima with the pin. The 5 seed at 174.
That cradle was tight.
On to the second round. He'll face the winner of MJ Gaitan and Murphy Menke. Start of the third, 9-9 with the escape point. Valencia and Davis tied up.
Ooh-wee. It's been some good action right here on mat number 3.
Again, riding time not a factor, so this is head up, square even, 9-9, Valencia and Davis. Valencia, the latest in a long line of Valencias that wrestled for Arizona State. Good move here from the Wyoming wrestler Davis. No action here, no points yet. In on that leg. Valencia over the top, coming through the crotch. Good defense from Cale Valencia. His oldest brother, Zahid, won a national championship for the Sun Devils. Middle brother, Anthony, was an All-American.
Also, Zahid capped off that 2025 with the World Championship last year. Dominant performance, did not give up a point, and I don't think he didn't get scored. Yeah, didn't give a point, didn't get scored on. Dominance.
Cale locked in a tight one here on mat 3. 35 seconds to work with. Good defense from Davis.
9-9. Riding time is not a factor. Oh, that's not where he wants to be.
Right leg, but
he's got to get his knees up.
Yeah. Heavy hips. Locking that head. 14 seconds.
Oh.
Davis trying to go behind. Good defense from Valencia. 8 seconds in the period. They both take a peek at the clock, and they know they're heading to overtime here on mat 3. A couple heavy breaths from Valencia and Davis as they watch the clock expire.
Got another overtime match down here on mat number 1 as well, Mike.
1-1 between Swan and Greenlee at 165 pounds.
Yep. Swan is your 7th seed.
So sudden victory on mat 1 and mat 3. 1-1 on mat 1, 9-9 on mat 3.
Oh.
Davis tried to hit the go behind. Valencia able to get away. The double leg from Davis and the takedown. Riley Davis with the win.
Well, and also cap that off, you had 2 Wyoming guys in overtime, and both of them won their overtime matches almost at the same time.
Swan gets the 2-1 win on mat 1 at 165.
Oh, man.
Nearly simultaneous overtime wins for the Wyoming Cowboys.
Oh, man.
Here's another look at the takedown on mat 3.
Big lift. Boom. Man, big lift, hard mat return. Good job for Mr. Davis.
Quite a moment for Mark Branch's program.
Yes, it was. Wow.
And now coming to the mat on mat 3, MJ Gaitan from Iowa State and Murphy Menke. Conley and Magana on mat 2 at 174 pounds. Brody Conley, the 7 seed, the redshirt junior from West Virginia, faced Magana back in December, a 9-3 win for Conley. Mat number 1, our first peek at Cam Steed this weekend, the number 3 seed at 174. He'll face Hudson Rogers from Utah Valley, comes in with a 7-12 record. And then Ryder Downey off to a very good start on mat 4, the final 165-pound match that we'll see here in this opening stretch. A 7-0 lead on Gavronsky, the replacement for West Virginia at 165 for Sean Taylor.
Yeah. Downey's just doing what he does, man. Staying active.
Conley with an 8-0 lead on Magana here on mat number 2. 30 seconds into the second period. Downey now with a 10-1 lead on mat 4. Our other 2 matches scoreless at the moment, mats 1 and 3 early on in the first period. Downey, the 2 seed at 165 out of Indianola, Iowa. 3rd at Big 12s a year ago.
Steed with the first takedown there on mat number 1.
Cam Steed is a problem.
He's a problem, and here's another thing. He came into college as a 57-pounder.
All the way up to 174
All the way
now.
up to 74. Obviously, he had a guy in front of him by the name of Mr. Keegan O'Toole at 165.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Keegan went up to 74, obviously Cam took that spot, and now Cam is a full 74-pounder.
Just following Keegan O'Toole step by step up the ladder, and that's a good person to follow their lead.
No doubt.
11-0 now the advantage for Conley. Another takedown.
Conley's just racking up the points here on mat number 2. Pace has kind of slowed a little bit since those overtime matches.
Gaitan and Menke still scoreless. Gaitan working behind, and there's the takedown for the Cyclone and a 3-0 advantage late in the first period. An escape for Rogers on mat 1 and a 3-1 lead for Cam Steed. Gaitan will look to ride out here in this first period on Menke. 29 seconds of riding time for MJ Gaitan. Start of the third on mat 2, 11-0 for Brody Conley.
Steed went ahead and gave the release point, looking to get another one on his feet with 1:09 left in that first. Conley back in on a nice double.
Working closer to control, and there's the takedown for Brody Conley. 14-0 the advantage. 25 seconds into the third period. Ryder Downey finishing off a tech fall with Gavronski. I beg your pardon, was that a pin on mat 4?
Yes.
Indeed. Bonus points and then some for Ryder Downey, and a good start at 165 for the 2 seed. Conley in a position where he'd tech fall Rogers because, beg your pardon, Magana, because of the riding time. Well up over 2 minutes of riding time, so it would be a 15-0 final if he just rode him out. Steed up 6-2 late first period on Rogers on mat 1.
Oh, going upper body.
Steed late time in that first period just steering Rogers around the circle. The 2 seed at 174 takes the mat on mat 4. Carter Schubert, the Oklahoma Sooner.
And he is a transfer from Cal Baptist. As a matter of fact, wrestling the Cal Baptist guy. Look at that.
Wrestled for Oklahoma last year in a reserve role behind Gavin Sachs, but yes, was at CBU prior to that.
Yep. Wrestling Espinoza.
Mason Espinoza, the redshirt sophomore from CBU. 15-0 the win for Brody Conley, a tech fall in the first round. And the 7 seed at 174 moves on.
Gaitan with a 7-0 lead going into the third. We're starting with some 84s, right? Yep.
Yes, Schubert and Espinoza is our final 174 of the morning. So now you get into 184, and Nick Fox from Northern Iowa with a 5 seed.
Okay.
Henry Rushton of Northern Colorado opposite Fox on mat 2, top left corner of your screen. Steed up 10-2, mid-second period on mat 1. Gaitan with an 8-3 advantage on Murphy Menke and working his way toward a cradle.
Yeah.
Had his hands locked for a moment. There's another takedown for Gaitan.
Menke got him a takedown, ended up cutting him, took a nice high crotch attempt. Gaitan was able to get that head outside and kind of go for that cradle, and he had to bail out.
Gaitan nearly to a minute of riding time and just now hits a full minute. Six to 1 quickly the advantage for Schubert on mat 4. Late first period. .184 is where we will here very shortly see Aiden Sinclair. He'll face Shea Addison in a matter of moments from Arizona State. Sinclair, the #2 wrestler in the country in the coaches' rankings. The redshirt freshman, another of the most electrifying wrestlers in America.
Kid just loves to wrestle, man. Just loves to freaking wrestle. Slick in a lot of positions, coming from the Askren Academy out in Wisconsin. And obviously same university as Ben, same university as Keegan O'Toole, because he came from the Askren Wrestling Academy as well. But man, Aiden Sinclair is something special.
MJ Gaitan finishing off a bonus point win. And he'll move on to the next round. Steed up 10-2 as they start the third on mat 1. And Rogers will be on bottom.
Steed has been doing some work down there, man.
Fox and Rushton still scoreless on mat 2. Under a minute in the opening period. Fox a shot, but Rushton able to fend it off with the head-hands defense. 43 seconds in the period. Schubert works his way to another takedown and a 10-1 advantage on mat 4.
Look at that, just right go behind, less than 5 seconds.
Aiden Sinclair. Sounds like we may have a lost contact on mat 1. They've got things squared away now, and back to the action they go. Aiden Sinclair with a first period takedown faster than most of the 40 times at the NFL Combine last month.
Addison called for an injury timeout on that left knee.
Addison reaching for the left knee immediately. 28 seconds into the period. Aiden Sinclair 22-1 on the year. Pinned Addison in a minute 13 when they faced off in January in the duel. Has not faced Aiden Bruneau or Brian Berberija, the two that would be on the other side of the bracket for Sinclair in the next round.
Steed up 14-4.
A minute and 6 seconds left in the period for him to score one more time if he wants to tech fall his way through the first round matchup with Rogers. He's got the riding time point. Working behind, and there's another 3-point takedown, a 17-4, make it 17-5 with the escape. He wants one more.
Yep.
52 seconds.
Nice attack.
Steed, and there it is. Cam Steed with the riding point. It'll be 21-5 in favor of the Missouri Tiger, and the 3 seed advances. Sinclair with another quick takedown as they were able to work their way through the injury time for Addison. 6-1 the advantage for the 1 seed at 184. Schubert with a 13-2 commanding lead on Espinoza on mat 4. Rushton with the 1-point escape to start the second period, leading Fox 1-0. And in on a shot here.
A lot of time to work. 40 seconds here. See if we can get him up, try to cut him back, get that right hand either across his waist to try to cut him back. I don't know if he's going to be able to get to that ankle, though.
He's reaching for the ankle.
Yeah.
Tries again for it, can't get to it. Fox able to fend him off so far. Fox now coming over the top. Up through the crotch comes Rushton. Fox working to that back leg. Both wrestlers with their hands locked. Now Rushton comes to the ankle and the knee. Fox working his way behind, and what a job by Fox to wrestle his way through the position and get the takedown.
Yeah, I saw Kevin Looper was like nodding his head. That was 3, so there was still a second left on that clock.
Well executed by the 5 seed Nick Fox. Mat 4, check out what we got on mat 4 with Schubert and Espinoza spilling over the top. Espinoza was in the waterfall and Schubert just stood up with him. Schubert with a 14-2 advantage. In on the legs one more time, nothing yet as Espinoza comes over the top. Schubert trying to get his way to a tech fall. One more takedown would have him there. Espinosa's got a hold of that leg so that Schubert doesn't have control yet. Still nothing. It looks like time may expire on Schubert.
Yep.
A tech fall for Aiden Sinclair on mat 3, 19-4 the final there. And the number 1 seed Missouri Tiger at 184 cruises into the second round.
That was easy work for him right there. Starting with some 97s as well, Mike, as far as Elam, our number 1 seed.
Rocky Elam is on the mat. He will face Colton Hawks from Arizona State in the first round. 197s, and we talked about 157 off the top of the telecast. 197 is very, very deep. There is a ton of talent at the top of 197. You've got 7 guys that are in the top 14 in the coaches' rankings. Elam's the top of that group. But do not think that this is just Rocky Elam's weight class to just roll right through. Joey Novak, number 3 in the country. Bennett Berge, Cody Merrill, 6 and 7. DJ Parker from Oklahoma. Evan Bates of Missouri, 10 and 11 in the national rankings according to the coaches. And then Rune Lawrence at number 14 out of West Virginia. Any one of those guys could go on a run over the course of the next couple of days. It is insanely deep at 197.
Incredible, right? Like we said, don't sleep, throw everything else out of the window, right? And even as good as Elam is, 4-time All-American, all of that stuff, man, like he knows he still has to go scrap, right? All these guys do. So it's going to be fun and exciting to sit here and commentate and get a chance to watch all of this stuff.
Fox, with that one takedown he had late in the second period, is going to hang on and get a 4-1 win over Mahanri Rushton.
And these are 2 former teammates here on mat number 3 with Hawks and Elam. They both came from at the University of Missouri at one point in time and another. That's where Hawks was at last year, and obviously Elam was there as well. And Elam, we talked about this with Coach Kevin Dresser. I mentioned that his brother was a heavyweight. Rocky also could have been a heavyweight as well, because he's a big 97-pounder, man. Not muscle-wise, but his length.
Just tall.
Just
long,
tall.
Yeah. Hawks just missed being an All-American in 2024 at the NCAAs when he was still a Missouri Tiger. So he has had some big-time success in his past, but a tough test right out of the gates here against the number 1 seed, Rocky Elam, at 197. A review on mat 1 with the Aiden Bruneau, Brian Berberija match.
Trying to see what this review is. Okay, so the confirmation was no takedown. I don't know if they award. Yeah, so he called him out of bounds. There wasn't a call on the clock. I think the officials might have looked at one another and said, man, let's go look at that real quick.
So it stays a 6-2 advantage for Aiden Bruneau of North Dakota State. Brian Berberija from Air Force on the opposite side. Both of them back from a year ago at 184. 3-point takedown here on mat number 2 for Eddie Knightenbach, the number 2 seed at 184. Working his way toward a pin. He's got Uhlenhop in a tough position here. Knightenbach closing in, and there's the pin. In 45 seconds, Eddie Knightenbach on to the second round.
Coach Branch will be happy about that. Here's that fall here by Knightenbach, man. Just the old snake position, man. Locked it up tight. Uhlenhop trying, man. But once you get in that position, man, like I say, minor adjustments. Let him make the mistake. You become an anaconda.
Quick work for Eddie Knightenbach. Having a terrific season for the Wyoming Cowboys in his second year as the starter. Got Uhlenhop in a tough position and capitalized.
0-0 right here, Mike, with Hawks and Elam.
Start of the second period, it will be Elam on bottom. Hawks, as Elam tries to separate those hands and works his way to a quick escape 12 seconds into the period. So a pair of former Missouri Tigers now wrestling elsewhere. Elam and Hawks at 197. In a close one here on mat 3, top right corner of your screen. Bennett Berge opening up his Big 12 championships. Top left corner of your screen on mat number 2 at 197 pounds. Facing Tyler Perry of Northern Colorado.
Nice attack by Berge. Nice attack, man.
Quick takedown just 30 seconds in. Bruneau up 10-2 on Berberija on mat 1. And a close one on mat 4 as well at 184 pounds. Isaac Dean from Iowa State, the number 7 seed, and Brock Fettig of South Dakota State. We talked about the depth at 197. Rocky Elam in on a shot, gets a hold of that left leg, working behind Hawks, trying to trip that far leg, and has the takedown.
Staying persistent. Staying persistent. He was in on that leg earlier, been the aggressor. Got turned away a couple of times, but stayed after it.
4-0 Rocky Elam. An escape and a takedown here in the second period. (13-2) now the lead for Aiden Bruneau. In control on Brian Berberija at 184. Winner of that one gets Aiden Sinclair in the next round.
Elam's had a heck of a year, man. A win over Dean from Iowa, Rodemaker from Oregon State, Novak from Wyoming, Berge from South Dakota State, Merrill, Geog from Ohio State. God, dog. Evan Bates from Missouri. Whew.
Anybody else?
That's a resume. That's a resume.
Another takedown for Berge, a 6-1 advantage on Perry. It'll be 4-0 heading to the third on mat 3. Elam with the advantage on Colton Hawks.
Ooh.
Another shot from Berge, and he'll capitalize yet again. Had a chance at a swipe there for a moment, but just the 3 for now.
And that's one of the things we talked to about Coach Hahn, about Bennett Berge, about obviously his adjustment up to 197, right, being a 184-pounder. And one of the things he mentioned to us was he's having a lot more fun because he's not necessarily just focusing on his weight. He has the opportunity now to get better and have more of a joy for the sport.
Key sequence here for the number 1 seed Rocky Elam, now up over a minute of riding time on Colton Hawks. That point important relative to if Hawks can get an escape and a takedown, he would still have the advantage because of the riding time. Up to a minute 6 now with $1:26 left in the third period. He also shortens the period systematically, bit by bit by bit, in terms of how much time Hawks will have to work with.
Bruneau with the victory for North Dakota State down there on mat number 1. He'll move on to the quarterfinal round.
So Bruneau gets Sinclair in the next round. Berge up 9-2. They'll start neutral here in this second period. Elam still working that ride, down under a minute left in the third period, and up to 100 seconds of riding time. 7-1 the advantage for Isaac Dean now on mat 3. A third period takedown to open up the advantage a bit there. 7-2 now with the escape. He'll add one more takedown right before the gun to get a bonus point win for Iowa State. Good work for Isaac Dean, the 7 seed. And he'll move on to the quarterfinals. Strong contingent of Cyclone fans in the building.
No doubt. You see Bastida back there in the background, or I see Bastida back there in the background cheering for him. You can't miss him. Bastida, big boy.
Is there anybody more distinctive in all of the BOK Center?
Goodness.
than Younger Bastida.
Up here on mat number 1, you got Zach Ryder from Oklahoma State versus David Alonzo from California Baptist. Ryder is the 2 seed at 184 pounds.
Our final 184-pound match of this opening stretch. Rocky Elam able to finish off a 5-0 win on mat 3. 2.5 minutes worth of riding time. Good fight from Colton Hawks.
Yeah, no doubt.
Made him earn it.
Yes, he did. A lot of respect between both those guys.
Parker and Gunderson just getting underway on mat 4 at 197 pounds. DJ Parker, the Oklahoma Sooner, 5th a year ago at Big 12s. Our first peek at Cody Merrill now on mat number 3. The Oklahoma State Cowboy.
To your point, Mike, Parker got beat in the blood round last year at 184 pounds. 1 match away, man. Had a really, really good season. Also, I noticed he's not wearing his knee brace normally that he has on today, too.
He's got him lifted in the air right now, does he, with Gunderson. Gunderson able to scramble away and get back to center. Cody Merrill, the 3 seed at 197 pounds, had a really good match with Rocky Elam. Went to overtime with the 1 seed.
Right.
Earlier, just a little bit ago, last month, when they met in the duel. And you got to imagine that's a little surge of confidence for Merrill, just a freshman. Again, this youth movement that we're seeing all across the country. Merrill, a redshirt freshman, but a freshman just the same.
Yes.
And comes in as the 3 seed with an opportunity to make some hay at 197 pounds.
That's it. A lot of pressure forward, really good re-attacks, really tough on top. Just a winner, man. Kid finds a way to win some of these gritty matches.
Bennett Berge with an 18-4 advantage now with the takedown a moment ago early in the 3rd period. 18-5 with the escape, working his way to another takedown, trying to get that far ankle.
I like that, man. Right off of that club, went to that swing single. That was a good transition right there, Berge.
And there it is, the tack fall for Bennett Berge as he sneaks a peek at the scoreboard and knows he has finished his job in round number 1. Bennett Berge on to the 2nd round at 197 pounds. He'll face the winner of that Parker Gunderson match that's happening on mat 4. Still scoreless in that one 2 minutes in. Zach Ryder with a 3-1 lead on Alonzo on mat 1. Ryder number 10 in the coaches' rankings. The number 2 seed here at 184. 184, you got Aiden Sinclair, number 2 in the country, according to the coaches, and then 8, 9, 10, and 11 in the coaches' rankings at 184. We do have heavyweights on the match mats now. Top left corner of your screen on mat number 2, the number 8 seed, Adam Aronson from Northern Iowa, and Riley Kuhn of Air Force.
I remember Kuhn, watching him at Fargo, North Dakota, man. Yep, sure do. I remember this young fella.
Hardell Moore, if I told you 2 hours have already gone by this morning. It's noon. Flying by.
Oh, man. We're in it, man. We are in it.
An opportunity here on mat 1 for Ryder. Working his way to the pin, and there it is. Zach Ryder at 1:33 of the 2nd period.
Here's that fall by Ryder. Locked up a nice cradle there. And stepped all the way out, stepped over that one leg, kind of split him a little bit, got his body over there. Bam. Fall for the Cowboys.
Bonus points everywhere you look this morning for Oklahoma State. The favorites coming in relative to the team title and already putting themselves in a very good position.
Pace is kind of slow, just a tad.
Three matches at 197 on your screen. Matt's 1, 3, and 4. And again, the heavyweight match mentioned before, Aronson and Kuhn, top left corner of your screen. Evan Bates, the 6th seed, at 197, and Carson Tompkins from Air Force on mat 1. Cody Merrill, we mentioned earlier, a 1-0 lead right now on Cale Benny of Utah Valley. In on the leg right now, lifting. And the mat return, the takedown for Cody Merrill, and a 4-0 edge late first period.
Even before that, that was a good sequence between both of those guys, with Benny taking a shot, Merrill kind of counter, go behind, change one way, lateral movement, and then obviously Merrill get to his double with the big finish there.
22 seconds in the first period there on mat 3.
As soon as I say things have kind of quiet down again, they pick up a little bit, you know.
Just give it a second. It's going to happen.
Give it a little
There's
bit,
no
right?
two ways about it.
No doubt. It happens every year.
DJ Parker with a 2-0 lead on Gunderson on mat 4. 35 seconds left in the second period. Merrill able to stay behind Benny and ride him out. The finish of the second period.
So that's where Merrill's extremely tough at. Dude is tough on top. Here's that takedown for Cody Merrill right here. Good attack, got it up. Watch him step with that leg. Bop! Just drop, boom! Right to his back there. Benny did a good job of getting to his belly, not giving up any swipes.
Tompkins with the lead on mat 1 on Evan Bates, the 6th seed.
3-0.
Still very early there on mat 1, but an opportunity for the Air Force Falcon to perhaps pull an upset. The two have never faced. Tompkins had a good result with a tight loss to Cale Benny back in mid-February. A really good result taking Rune Lawrence to overtime at Cliff Keen.
Five pride there by Merrill. Parker's got a 3-0 lead now there on mat number 4 now.
And escape to start the third period to lead that one 3-0. Parker beat Gunderson 14-2, a major decision on the final day of January. Much tighter here in Tulsa.
That's what I love about it. Every match is different, right? Every match is different. I try to tell these young ones all the time, man, yeah, I teched him earlier. Okay, that's good, right? Today's a new day.
Because it's hard not to get that in your head on either side of the equation. You know, if you're the guy who got teched, how does that not creep into your mind?
Today is a new day. Trust me, he's going to wrestle you a little bit differently than what he did last time. They're going to make adjustments. And my job as your coach to also make those adjustments.
So Gunderson with an opportunity here.
Yeah.
45 seconds to work with. Riding time not a factor. It's a straight up 3-0 match in favor of Parker.
Yep. Get a takedown. Now you got to finish that period on top if he gets it, right, with 35 seconds left.
Parker staying offensive, changing levels on him, trying to keep him off balance. 23 seconds.
I like Parker still being aggressive, though. Sometimes your best defense is a good offense.
Got a hold of that leg for a moment and lifted, but Gunderson able to return to the mat. Action as they spill out of bounds. 13 seconds to work with. A takedown for Merrill. And that will finish things off. 8-1 the final on mat 3, and Cody Merrill, the 3 seed, knocking off Cale Benny. 5 seconds left there on mat 4, and it looks like Gunderson is going to run out of time. Got a hold of the ankle there very late, but not enough. And a 3-0 win for DJ Parker at 197. The 5 seed advances. So your quarterfinals on the top half of the bracket at 197 are set. Rocky Elam, Devin Wassley, DJ Parker, and Bennett Berge. The 2 quarterfinals on that top quadrant of the bracket. Tompkins now with a 6-2 advantage on Evan Bates.
Tompkins has been putting a really good ride on Bates down here. Throwing in some boots. He's got a minute 36 of riding time. So he's really in control right here.
Tompkins is in the coaches' rankings, right at the bottom of them, but number 32 in the country according to the coaches. 18-9 record coming into Tulsa, and wrestling very well right now against the 6 seed, Evan Bates of Missouri.
The man just stepped on the mat. Ooh, that was nice.
Younger Bastida, the number 1 heavyweight in the country, with a takedown 17 seconds in to the opening period as he begins his run here in Tulsa. This would be a big development if Tompkins is able to knock off Evan Bates. Winner gets Cody Merrill.
6-3 finishing this second period. I don't know whose choice it is going into the third. Let's see here. It is green. It's Tompkins. He's going down. Yep. Extending the lead. Minute 39 ride time. Whew.
So if you're Bates, what would your strategy be here? Do you want to work it down under a minute first and then cut him, or do you feel like you need more time because you got more work to do?
I think just cut him, man, because I thought that's what he was going to do. He's doing an optional start. He's going to end up cutting him. There it is. Now it's 7-3, 8-3. Right back in on the shot for Bates. Here we go. Good change off there. Oh,
they spill out of play. An upset, meanwhile, here on mat number 2. As Kuhn gets the win. Rylan Kuhn over Adam Aronson, knocking off the 8 seed.
So you see what Kuhn looks like now. Obviously, Mike and I can see him walking. Kuhn looked just like that. Obviously, he's a little bit thicker now than what he did when he was a senior in high school at Fargo. And dude can move, obviously, as we just saw there.
An impressive win to knock off the 8 seed. And Rylan Kuhn, the Air Force Falcon, moves on to the quarterfinals. He will face the winner of Younger Bastida and Brock Keeler in the next round.
Okay, Mike, here we go down there. There's 3 takedown for Bates.
So Bates getting himself back in it now.
Okay, 7-6.
Still is going to need another takedown, though. The riding time still in favor of Tompkins at $1:17.
You see Don Bradley tell him, hey, just let him up. Let him up. Don't even do optional, let him up. Yep, just let him up. Don't waste any time. Let him up. Because every second counts.
And with the riding time, 9-6. If you could get a quick takedown and then work the riding time down.
I say get a takedown and cut him out. Oh, no. Oh,
they gave a stall call.
3.
It's 8-7.
Oh.
3 right back, though.
Wow, good counter
11-7 as Tompkins is able to hit him.
Man, he was so close to scoring that, to tying that up. Tompkins did a good job of kind of countering and spinning left and getting able to throw that. Once he threw that left leg in, that's where the 3 points came right on the board. Oh, man.
11-7, and now well over a minute 40 of riding time. Really a 12-7 edge, and it looks like Carson Tompkins is going to pull off the upset and knock off Evan Bates.
Oh, man. And it started flowing a little bit.
He was working in a good direction,
in a good direction, correct.
He knows it now.
Yeah. You know, when you those matches like that, obviously you're thinking, daggone it, why did I dig such a big hole? Novak going out here trying to get a fall here on mat number 3, but man, those things make a difference.
So how about Carson Tompkins, the true freshman from Midlothian, Texas, with the upset in round number 1. Knocks off the 6th seed Evan Bates.
Here's that replay. Watch Bates. He's circling. He's doing what he's supposed to right there. Throw that left boot in, able to kind of duck his head underneath his shoulder there, secure that three-point takedown, and that just solidified the win for Tompkins right there.
Tompkins fired up coming off the mat. Big win for the Air Force freshman. Meanwhile, Joey Novak, the 2 seed at 197 in firm control, facing Eli Sheeran of California Baptist. A 13-0 advantage late in the second period, up almost 4 minutes now of riding time for Novak.
So we got all
working to try and tilt him and get some swipes here.
This is Novak's position right here. You want to know why he's so good on top? Mark Branch isn't in the corner, but trust me, that's why this dude is so good on top. My boy Branch wasn't no joke, man.
4 more and that's it. 17-0 the final. A tech fall for Novak. Number 2 at 197. Moving on with ease. I believe we are now fully into the heavyweights.
Yes.
The Novak match was the final at 197. So 285-pound action everywhere you look. Carolyn Jones, the 3 seed, Christian Carroll from Wyoming, and Shiloh Jones of North Dakota State. Bottom left corner of your screen on mat 1. Juan Mora, the 5 seed, facing Tristan Kemp from California Baptist on mat 2. Connor Doucette from Oklahoma State facing Enzo Capabianca from Northern Colorado on mat 3. And Younger Bastida working his way toward a tech fall, up 18-6 against Brock Keeler of West Virginia in the bottom right corner of your screen on mat 4.
The big boys have made it to the arena.
Mora with an early takedown and a 3-1 lead on Kemp. The other 2 matches just getting underway. Carolyn Jones about halfway through the opening period.
Christian Carroll has had a really good season,
yes,
man. I actually had a chance to talk to him a little bit yesterday, and I just told him how proud I am of him. He's back on the mat. He's having fun. I mean, Gotti Ali from Michigan, Marisola from PSU actually had a major decision there. Mora, he finished second in the Cliff King, got beat by the man, the myth, down there in Bastida. So he's got a nice little outside step, high crotch from space, and if you're not ready for it, pop, it's quick.
And honestly, the only reason he lost to Bastida at Cliff King was because he tried to throw. He tried to throw Bastida, which is
that ain't gonna work.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Bastida does finish off the tech fall against Keeler, 23-6, 24 with the riding time. 24-6, the final for number 1 ranked Younger Bastida, the top heavyweight in America, beginning his postseason. Carroll's interesting, though. I feel like the top 3 guys are the ones to talk about in this weight class. Bastida, Doucette, and Carroll. That's the triumvirate here that has a chance this weekend to walk away with the gold. Carroll against Bastida at CKLV was a very interesting match because there wasn't a whole lot of offense to speak of.
Right.
And really, it was just that one moment. And we talked with Mark Branch about it earlier this week. He feels like Carroll definitely learned from that moment, learned from that experience. Now, the way that the brackets shakes out, we're going to likely anyway, and obviously a lot of wrestling between here and there, but potentially going to see Connor Doucette as he scores here on mat 3, then gets a tilt. And 2 more, a quick 5-point flurry from Connor Doucette.
And once again, obviously, Doucette and Carroll, former teammates as well at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Carroll's had an interesting start to his collegiate career. He's on his 3rd team in like a year and a half or 2.
Yeah, and that's why that was one of those reasons why I wanted to talk to him. I got a chance, obviously, to see him at National Duels, chit-chat with him a little bit, but the season was just getting going. Now getting a chance to watch him throughout the full season, I just wanted to make sure I put my arm around him, man, and tell him good job and good luck and keep it moving, continue success. So it was good.
They call him Christmas Carroll, the owner of one of the great nicknames in collegiate wrestling. He's got a 1-0 advantage. I beg your pardon, just the escape for Jones. He's down 1-0 as they start the second period there. So a low-scoring start for Christian Carroll and Shiloh Jones. Midway through that second period. Doucette up 5-0 on Capabianca. Forbes up 3-0 on Rasmussen on mat 4 as that becomes the match that replaces the Bastida-Keeler match. Jack Forbes from Utah Valley, Luke Rasmussen from South Dakota State.
Moore up on Kemp right now, 8-1, just got an escape. And this was another thing, you're talking about Jack Forbes down there, and obviously we had a chance to talk to Coach Adam Hall, and yeah, 97 to heavyweight, dude is filled out. Was right there with Ferrari for a little bit. And Ferrari start kind of widening the gap a little bit, but that's one thing Coach Hall was talking about. These guys were on the outside looking in. Now they're trying to take a peek in. They want to get on that podium. They want to get to Cleveland and give themselves a chance to get on that podium.
Forbes beat Luke Rasmussen when they faced off in the duel 8-2 back in January. Worth monitoring mat number 1 right now. Start of the third period. Christian Carroll down 1-0. He'll start on bottom, of course.
It'll be 1-1 in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, good luck.
There
you go. And it's 1-1. And we'll see what Christian Carroll can do here in the final period.
That's good. That's awesome.
But credit.
It's probably like trying to ride one of them Brahma Bulls, man. Go to a little PBR.
But credit to Shiloh Jones. He is in this match right now.
He has given himself a chance, right? And as a coach sitting in that corner, coaching your athlete, that's all you can ask for. Give yourself a chance. Now, one of the things I like to try to tell my athletes when you get in this position, reward yourself, right? All these hours you're putting in, you fought like a dog to get in this spot, you're in the position, reward yourself for that.
Another example of, hey, what happened in the regular season doesn't really matter. It was an 11-3 major decision for Christian Carroll when the two met back in early February.
Yes.
A 1-1 match with under a minute to go. Riding time not a factor. 3 seconds in favor of Carroll. That's it.
Doucette working for a tilt over there. A little roll through action.
Doucette in firm control. Forbes up 3-1. A leg lift here from Carroll. Trying to keep that foot in bounds. Still nothing yet. And they say they're out of play. Outside the cylinder and still neutral. Still 1-1. Carroll was working to that other ankle, but couldn't keep the action inside the cylinder.
If I recall, that's the one and only significant shot I've seen so far. Let's see if he gets to that outside step. I don't think he's going to right here. We're about to go into overtime, brother.
To overtime we go on mat number 1, the 3 seed. In the Big 12 championships at 285, Christian Carroll 1-1 with Shiloh Jones of North Dakota State. Carroll gunning for that right leg time and again.
And Moore with the victory on mat number 2, and looks like we're rolling right into 125.
Yeah, right back to the top we go.
Doucette getting some more swipes
and into the quarterfinals. An opportunity here for Jones. Shelving that leg, rolling through is Carroll. Carroll's got a hold of the far ankle. Now Carroll working behind. Can he get the foot clear? Christian Carroll able to stand over top of him. Still no points. A minute 15, plenty of time in the period. In sudden victory 1 on mat 1. Bottom left corner of your screen. Now standing up with him is Jones. Carroll returning him to the mat. Still a hold of that ankle. Still nothing.
Nothing yet.
He's now Jones working behind. Carroll will roll through again. The 3 seed Christian Carroll upset in the first round.
Here's that sequence. Man, what a sequence by these fellas. They were rolling. Ended up got a Granby roll there. 3 wasn't awarded just yet. Get in this position. Once he sat him right back down, that's where the 3 points came into play for Jones, man. Woo.
Wow. Shiloh Jones with an absolute upset of Christian Carroll at 285. Back to the top at 125. Spratley and Mauger now in a quarterfinal match on mat 2. Hendrickson and Rourke on the same side of the bracket, another quarterfinal. Connor Doucette finished off his tech fall on mat 3.
Forbes and Rasmussen still 6-3 down there with
Rasmussen with the lead.
Yep.
So we could see another upset here at 285. Jack Forbes, the 6 seed, with work to do in the final period. Oh, beg your pardon, just did that work. Just tied it up 6-6, and now cranking up riding time. So a good one on mat 4 to finish up the first round at 285 pounds. 6-6, Rasmussen and Forbes.
Got Spratley and Mauger right here on mat number 2. Like I said, rolling right into these quarterfinals.
All 3 at 125, still scoreless in the first period. Strickenberger and Witt on the top right corner of your screen.
You know, a sequence right here real quick, Mike. You pay attention to the little bitty ins and outs of this sport, especially when you're starting to get in on these legs, and obviously you and I are sitting extremely close, watching the little hand fight game back and forth on these guys right here. What's happening down here?
Hands called down here and 2 points awarded. And an 8-6 lead now for Rasmussen on Forbes.
Hendrickson and Rourke down there. That's still 0-0.
Spratley with a takedown of Mauger, 3-0 there.
Strickenberger and Witt.
Yes.
Remember, Witt was the one we were talking about with Obi.
Yes.
This young man has burst on the scene.
He had the first round bye, so he was waiting for Strickenberger. The two have never faced off. 9-6, the final. Rasmussen with the win on mat 4, another upset. A 3-point takedown here for Ezekiel Witt and an early lead.
This kid wrestles hard, man. Wrestles hard, was right there with Luke Littledahl. A 5-5, got beat on riding time, which was actually 6-5, so it's one thing that Coach Obi told him, man, you can wrestle with these guys. Give yourself some confidence, but look at
Strickenberger able to.
Hey, you get down there wrestling on the mat with Strickenberger, man, he's going to catch you in something.
So you end up with 3 upsets in total at 285. Adam Aronson, the 8 seed, upset. Jack Forbes, the 6 seed, and the big one, Christian Carroll, the number 3 seed, loses to Shiloh Jones.
So it was like it was just a nice, easy calm for a little while.
Right.
Usually it's our little guys that have that, right? Today, it was our bigger guys that really had that.
So Witt up 3-1, Hendrickson up 3-1, Spratley with a quick 7-0 lead on Mauger. Mac Mauger, the redshirt sophomore from Missouri.
Oh, this is fun. This is so fun. We appreciate everybody listening in to us.
Amen to that,
we got
buddy.
an injury time down there on mat number 4, and that don't look good the way Anderson is moving.
Anderson rolling his way outside the cylinder and being tended to now by the athletic training staff. He looks to be in a good bit of pain. Doug Schwab out to get a look at his 125-pound wrestler as well. Anderson, the redshirt junior. 7th at Big 12s a year ago. Spratley in control with Mauger up 7-0. Strickenberger with an early second period escape, so now 3-2 on mat 3.
I think down there on mat 4, it's a potential concussion. We're not for sure. I just hope he's all right. That's the main concern.
Another Ezekiel Witt takedown and a 6-2 lead on Strickenberger on mat 3.
Concussion protocol confirmed down there on mat 4, man. Like, he just did not look the way, and then just how he laid down the floor a little bit, you know what I mean? Rubbing the back of his neck, so.
We've seen that a couple times now. Down there on mat 4, we saw Vinny Zerbin go into the concussion protocol. Fortunately, he was able to return. Anderson looks to be maybe a little more shaken up than Zerbin did earlier this morning.
Yeah. Got blood time here on mat number 2. We got Witt with a 6-3 lead with 1:03 left in the second period. We got Hendrickson and Rourke down here with a 3-1 lead for Hendrickson. Looks to be 4-1 now.
Strickenberger in on a shot. Working to that far ankle,
nice.
And Jet Strickenberger able to answer back and tie it up 6-6.
I love the back and forths, man.
It looks like Trevor Anderson's day may be done. He's in rough shape down here and being tended to now by further medical personnel.
Medical forfeit. Poulin already got his hand raised and is walking off the mat. Hendrickson extending that lead, 7-1, 35 left in the second. Spratley with an 8-0 lead, 1:33 left in this third period between him and Mauger.
Spratley, of course, going to the NCAA final a year ago, lost in OT against Vincent Robinson, and hungry to get back there once again. He's looked very sharp to start today.
Good mat return.
What do you like most about the way that Spratley is? A nice job by Ezekiel Witt late in the period.
That's big. That is really, really big. Score was 6-6. Reversal right there at the end. And that's another thing, right? So you have a perimeter out there, and when time is getting almost close to being out, the perimeter official will get in front of the lead official. So when they yell time and throw their hands up, they see that. Right? So they're not behind them yelling it. They get right across in front of them to get, so I guess it was a takedown. Three takedown. Okay, I thought it was reversal. My bad. But, man, still at, what, 5 seconds left in that period? But look at Strickenberger. Right back at it. Look at him. Yeah,
look
we ain't done wrestling. Look at this. Yeah.
Witt trying to get loose.
Come on, fellas.
Man, the action at 125 is just different.
Let's scrap.
Just different.
Oh, let's scrap. Because Witt was dead to rights early. Nope, nope, nope. Wow, fight for everything. Fight for everything, fellas.
A round of applause from the crowd here at BOK Center as Trevor Anderson is wheeled off of the mat.
Man.
Took a tough shot and a medical forfeit there on mat 4. And his day will come to an end. We just hope that that he's okay later on this afternoon. Strickenberger and Witt, good action here on mat number 3. Witt circling back in front, squaring his hips up, trying to protect that lead. Spratley finishes off a 9-0 shutout of Mac Mauger to move on to the semifinals. And we have our first semifinalist of the day. Well, I suppose technically Poulin had already been advanced. Because of medical forfeit.
No doubt.
But
I'm with you. Man, look at this. Well, okay, 54 left. Strickenberger's got to get a takedown and ride out, depending on when he gets it, or cut.
Yeah, riding time not a factor here. In on an ankle.
Whoa.
Spratley, or beg your pardon, Strickenberger, trying to work his way to that far hip. Whizzer in from Witt, rolling through, getting a hold of that far knee. Working hard from the bottom to defend here. As now Jax Forrest begins his action on mat number 2, his second match of the day, and a lightning fast takedown of Cale Seaton.
I didn't see that. I'm guessing that might have been a pass by because my head was over here. We were over here watching the final bit of this.
20 seconds to work with here for Strickenberger.
There's the challenge.
There is a brick out from the red corner, so West Virginia's going to want to look at something here. Nothing yet, down to 5 seconds in the period. And time will expire, so it's going to come down to the review.
Yep, they're going to go look at that. And what they're challenging, I can tell that what they're challenging, obviously this sequence right over here where they were yelling 3, the official did not award. I don't think they're going to win that challenge.
So Jet Strickenberger, the defending champion at 125 here at Big 12s. His run here in Tulsa will come down to this review on mat 3.
We got our first look at Mr. Larkin down there on mat number 4. The other brother, Mr. Kyler Larkin. Here's the review that we're looking at right here. This sequence right here, he's got a cradle right there. That's going to be tough. That one's going to be tough.
What do you feel like is most important as they evaluate this?
I feel that that call is going to stand. Number 1, that hand underneath that leg really helped Witt out in that position.
Yeah. The fact that he had a hold of his knee.
Yep. I know he had that cradle lock, but I don't think they'll award that, man.
Goodness, Jax Forrest is just cranking up points like a pinball machine. 12-3, not even 2 minutes in. Got a cradle in. More swipes for Jax Forrest. 4 more on the board. 16-3, Jax Forrest. He'll cut him loose and go hunting for more. Review on mat 3. No takedown awarded to Jet Strickenberger, and it's over. Big win for Ezekiel Witt. The North Dakota State Bison, the 6th seed, will move on to the semifinals.
Young fella can wrestle. Forrest with the tech fall over here on mat number 2, 19-4.
This kid is a superstar.
Yeah, it's a very unique situation. Obviously, we talked about it in the opening part of the storyline. You know, he should be wrestling PIAA this weekend, and you know, you reclassify or however all that stuff works. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but to your point, yes. All right, here we go. We got some 33s on the mat. We got some 41s on the mat. We got some wrestling going, ladies and gentlemen, and that is exactly why we are here.
Quick business note, semifinals are set at 125. Spratley and Hendrickson, a little bedlam action on one side of the bracket. Witt and Poulin on the other side at 125. 133s and 141s happening right now. Jax has already moved on. Another tech fall, his second of the morning.
Coming back to this match right here with Titus and Vega. It was 5-1, which you mentioned earlier, Mike. With Vega, the victory. Titus is extremely good in scrambles as well. He's been that way his whole career. See what adjustments have been made.
Gunnar Andrick and Julian Farber on mat 1, bottom left corner of your screen. When they met on Valentine's Day, it was a 15-1 major decision in favor of Gunnar Andrick.
Yes. Andrick's had a great year.
Yeah.
We got the chance, like I said, we talked to Coach Flynn about that, man. That young fella has just come out and wrestled and, once again, find a way to win some of these matches. So, true freshman.
Comes into Tulsa on an 8-match winning streak, looking to keep it going here as they start the second period. Their bottom left corner of your screen. Again, it's Vega and Titus, top left corner at 141. Walker and Serrano. Dominic Serrano, the defending champ, at 133. Against Gage Walker, the Missouri Tiger, top right corner. And then Larkin and Willischel. Luke Willischel, bottom right corner, in a funky position to get that thing started.
That match is going to be wild down there with different type of situations because they are very, very similar and both very, very good in the scrambles.
Lots of action, but no scoring just yet. They're on mat 4. Vega in on a shot on mat 2. Trying to crawl his way to that far leg.
Here's what he's doing right there, Mike. He's keeping him split, right? Keeping him split.
There it is.
Now he's crawling up the body. And also, if you notice what Vega does a little bit with his right hand, he goes, instead of a regular ankle pick, he'll take that hand and go behind the heel, but it'll reverse that. It's pretty slick.
Sprawling over the top is Vega, staying behind Titus and working the riding time up.
There's going to be some wild situations down there on mat 4. Just watch it, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention to mat 4. You're going to get into some scrambles.
Larkin and Luke Willischel in a quarterfinal at 133.
And here's the deal. I think this may be Willischel's second time to get in on the leg. Oh! But the Larkins, let me not just say Larkin, the Larkins, including Dad, right, are very, very good when you get to their leg.
This bracket was turned upside down by the fact that Evan Frost wasn't able to go, hadn't wrestled since late January. An opportunity here on mat 4. Swipes.
Big move. Larkin ended up winning that position. Yep.
Larkin cranking up the points now.
Still tied down here with Andrick and Farber. Now we got some action, Mike. We redoing my tie.
Buddy, I'm over here loosening mine just to try and keep up with it all. 8-0 now, Larkin. Those 4 swipes adding to his tally after the takedown. Still scoreless Walker and Serrano, scoreless Farber and Andrick midway through the second.
Sometimes I feel sorry for my my counterpart over here, because when things start happening, I start pushing and we start moving, man. We get into it. Even my cameraman get down here. I'm pushing on people, man. My bad.
A very, very different match thus far between Gunnar Andrick and Julian Farber than what we saw a month ago.
Yep.
Farber with a $120 ride so far of Andrick.
That was nice work there by Vega. For everybody watching mat number 2 and wondering why is the ref holding his hand with that stall call. Once you drop down to the leg like Titus did, he gives him a count of 5. If he does not let that leg go, he puts up a hand and calls a stall call, and that hand over his wrist means stop the riding time during this sequence. He let Vega continue to work because he was close to getting a reversal, which he ended up doing. But during that little sequence right there, Titus's riding time is stopped during that time.
A 5-0 lead for Vega. And really more like 6-0 with now a $140 of riding time as of right now.
Farber has put a very, very good ride on Andrick. I mean, he's going to ride. Obviously he's trying to finish his period on top, but he's already at a minute 50.
Big mat return down there on mat 1. Farber is going to finish off a 2-minute ride of Gunnar Andrick.
This down here on mat number 4, don't get confused. Obviously it is 8-1, but man, that is one big sequence there, and that's what they're.
Okay, so very similar situation to what you were talking about here on mat 2, where they did pause the riding time for a moment. That's why it's 1:57 of riding time on mat 1, even though you rode him the entire 2 minutes of the second period.
Yes. So to that point, that's exactly why it does say that. So just everybody out there, right, we'll probably continue to remind you throughout this tournament.
Well, Doug Schwab was asking for the same clarity. Hang on a second. He had the full 2 minutes. And the officials made sure to clarify to everybody, the table as well as the corners, exactly what the situation was. But it is a 1-0 lead now for Farber as he does get the escape. So he's really got a 2-0 advantage on Andrick. A kid who beat him 15-1, a major decision, less than a month ago.
You're not You're not supposed to bend like that. That's not fair. Vega's.
Sergio Vega's a different animal.
You're not supposed to be able to bend like that, man. He tried to bait him. That was good. I saw that. We got a good one right here on mat number 3, Mike.
30 seconds into the third period. Walker and Serrano tied at 1. Serrano, the defending champ.
Actually, 2 good ones. It's still 1-0 down here. Farber's trying to come out and finish. Oh.
Down to 38 seconds there on mat 1. Farber with ostensibly a 2-0 lead. Thanks to the riding time. Riding time not a factor on mat 3, a straight up 1-1 tie, Walker and Serrano. With Walker waterfall down over top of Serrano right now. Serrano trying to come out the backside. Walker lost his hand lock. Serrano
got to get push on that knee. Get his hand above that knee.
Oh! They just scramble loose of one another. Larkin did beat Willishell down on mat 4 a moment ago. 3-point takedown for Vega. And another tech fall for Oklahoma State. Oh, beg your pardon, 16-3 the final. And Julian Farber, less than a month after being majored by Andrick, comes back and gets what will be a 2-1 win on mat number 1 to move on.
Every match is different, right?
So it'll be Julian Farber and Jax Forrest in one semifinal. And Kyler Larkin awaits the winner here on mat 3. Overtime, Serrano and Gage Walker. Walker waterfall down over top. Hands locked through the crotch. Serrano locked over top of his head through the knees of Walker as they roll through one another. Oh!
He's got to find that foot. Soriano's got to hunt for that foot. I don't know if he can get that. And isolate that bottom leg, that left leg of Walker if he can.
Coming up through the crotch now of Walker. Able to get his foot behind the ankle of Walker. Nothing yet. Still working the position. 50 seconds into the overtime period.
Man, look at this position. He's trying. He's going to put him in danger. Nope. Nothing yet. He's got to return him.
Serrano looking for the mat return, looking to finish it off in overtime. Rolling through is Walker, and they spill out of the cylinder.
Oh, man. Soriano looks
smart wrestling by Gage Walker.
It's mat awareness, right? Like, there's no points yet. If his hands touch, there are points, but once he rolls there and you obviously go out of bounds, no control.
Still neutral, still 1-1, 50 seconds left in the first sudden victory period. To the ankle goes Walker, and Gage Walker will score to finish it. Gage Walker with the upset and knocks off the defending champ.
Wow. That's what. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I've said it 3-4 times already, man. That's why you wrestle. Good post. Good post, high crotch, shot low to the ankle. It was like Suriano was done. Once he got there, I don't know if his ankle twisted a little bit over there or what, but, man, good job by Gage Walker.
Gage Walker, the Missouri Tiger, upsets Dominic Serrano in the quarters, and the semis are set at 133. Jax Forrest and Julian Farber on one side of the bracket. Gage Walker and Kyler Larkin on the other side. And on to 141 we go. Already well underway with Anthony Echemendia with a 10-2 advantage on Carter Nogle.
Just doing his thing, right? Just doing his thing. Staying in his lane, brother.
Pearson Manville's first match of the day against Julian Tagg, the 4 seed. Manville had the bye at 141.
Still 0-0 down there.
Vega did his thing already at 141 to advance as the first semifinalist at 141. And already a 149 on the screen as well. Edmund and Peterson almost to the end of the first period.
This is another thing I like. I love the flow. I really love how fast things go. Once that one match is done, your other match is right there, and it's just bop, 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 like you and I have talked about. You got some of the 1 seeds at the higher weight on the mat at the same time that the lower weights guys are kind of finishing up. Just keeps the action going.
120 matches worth of action over the course of whatever it will be. Maybe 4 hours by the time we're done.
Yeah.
Already approaching 3 hours into session 1 here in Tulsa.
Yeah, you kind of threw me for a loop when you told me it was already 12 o'clock.
Right? And that feels like it was about 10 minutes ago I said that. It's 12:48. Like it's like we're at Vegas right now. Time ceases to have any meaning. There's no clocks in the building. They got the AC rolling. We're all having fun. Nobody needs a clock. What difference does it make? Who cares what time it is?
Who cares? That's awesome.
5-3 now in favor of Peterson on mat 2, an early second period escape. Manville and Tagg still scoreless in the second period. Same for Wells and Drury mid-first. And Echemendia with a 10-4 advantage on Carter Nogle from Air Force. In that quarterfinal, bottom right corner, your screen on mat 4.
Manville's got a pretty salty ride going so far, about 34 seconds of ride time right here. This second period. Echemendia just going to work.
An 11-4 advantage, and in on a shot right now on mat 4. Good go behind on mat 2 by Peterson.
Nice.
And he adds to the lead. It's 8-3.
That was really, really nice. Oh, Tagg's in.
Tagg deep on a shot on mat 1. Rolling through, and a great move by Manville. No points yet.
Look at that. Nice
great action on
job.
mat 1.
Wow. I mean, Tagg was in deep. Manville was almost sitting on, well, he was sitting on his butt. But per Damian Hahn, Julian Tagg's not going to stop wrestling.
After all that, it's still 1-0 with 30 seconds in the second period. Echemendia with the win on mat 4 to move on. He's into the semifinals.
I want to talk real quick about Max Peterson, what Coach Obi Blanc was telling us, man. You know, he wrestles hard, has a gas tank. Obviously, we know what seed he's at. He was talking about 4 seed, but one of the key things was he did not get a chance to compete in the Big 12s last year due to injury. So this is a pretty significant moment for him right now.
We continue along at 149, bottom right corner of your screen on mat 4. Swiderski and Willishell.
Watch out for some of Willishell's stuff down there too, man.
Manville and Tagg start the third. 1-0. Tagg with the advantage. Manville on bottom. Winner against Sergio Vega in the semifinals. Quick check of the clock here on mat 2, and it looks like they're ready to go. Peterson with an 8-3 lead on Edmond of Missouri.
Some blood time already down there in that match. We ain't even 30 seconds in.
Luke Willishell getting the nose plugged up. Riding time not a factor on mat 1. Tag working down the couple seconds that Manville had. Manville reaching back for the knees of Tag. A mat return from the Jackrabbit.
Yep, now Tag's returning that same favor with that tough ride on top. Got on mat 3 right here. Drury's putting pretty good ride here on Wells right now.
Still cleaning things up on mat 4. Scoreless on mat 3. Midway through the second period. Potentially dangerous on mat 1.
Yeah, but I think his shoulder.
Pearson Manville in some pain.
Yeah, it looked like when he was trying to Granby, Tag was kind of returning him to the mat. And when Manville hit, like his shoulder kind of got caught in that position. I think it was his right shoulder maybe. It looks like his left one. Maybe that one is bandaged up.
Swiderski with an early takedown of Willishell on mat 4 as they get back to the action. A 3-0 lead for the Oklahoma State Cowboy. Rolling through on mat 3 is Wells as he and Drury scrap at 141. Wells and Drury battling for the right to face Anthony Echemendia in the semis.
Oh, that was close. Tag's 20 seconds away from ride time here, Mike.
Tag, if he rides him out, would get the 1-0 win.
Yep, tough ride.
30 seconds left on mat 1. Manville able to get loose. 1-1 with 23 seconds in the period. 53 seconds of riding time. Tag was that close. And now the takedown, if he can get the return, no.
That's it.
Through his Manville, there it is. Tag gets the 3. A good comeback by Manville, but Tag able to answer. And Julian Tag will go to the semis.
Right to what Damian Hahn was talking about. Kid just wrestles. The more action for him, the better. Wow.
He beat Pearson Manville 8-3 back in early January. Now he gets a late third period takedown of Manville to punch his ticket to the semis later tonight.
Lift there. Manville tried to roll through. That was the 3 points.
Good match on mat 1. Mat 2 winding to a close as Peterson gets the win at 149. Maxwell Peterson over Josh Edmond, and Peterson will await the winner on mat 4, Swiderski and Willishell. One nothing on mat 3, Wells and Drury, early third period. Drury's escaped the only points in this match so far. A minute 57 of riding time, though, for Drury as well.
Yeah, he put a salty ride out there on Wells. Wells has got to find a way, obviously try to find a way to get to a leg. There's still a lot of time to wrestle.
These two had a very similar match in Vegas. A 2-0 Hayden Drury win. The Oklahoma corner hollering to Tyler Wells, you gotta go. A minute left in the period.
Wells is a transfer from Minnesota. Coming out here on mat number 2, you've got Caleb Larkin versus Jared Hill.
40 seconds to work with here for Tyler Wells. Wells trying to change levels on Drury. The Wolverine with good defense.
Stall. That's the first one.
Just the warning. Oh, no, that is a
Oh, is that
point
second one?
awarded.
Okay.
That's the second one, and it's 1-1.
He's got riding time. He's got 1:57.
Takes a peek at the clock, knows that he's got that riding time advantage. All he has to do is fend off a takedown here. Wells over on top of him. Wells with one.
Oh, they got to throw the brick. They got to throw the brick on that one.
The brick is immediate from the Oklahoma corner. As time was expiring, Tyler Wells spilled over the top of Hayden Drury. Roger Kish out to talk with the officials.
Look at this. Look, I think it was an inside out trip. Sat Drury on his butt. Right there is probably 3 points. Let's see what, it all depends on what the time is, what all that is. Man.
That is razor thin.
Ooh-wee.
Tyler Wells and Hayden Drury coming down to the closing seconds.
Oh.
And that inside out trip you mentioned, spilling Drury over the top. Wells able to collect the hips. But it's going to come down to whether or not he had it before time expired, because the riding time would give Drury the win if there's no takedown.
Beautiful ankle pick over here by Caleb Larkin, man. That was nasty right there on Jared Hill. Oh, man.
Larkin with a 3-0 lead as we get into the 157 ranks as well. 141, 149, 157 all on your screen. But the match at 141 is the one that we are in review on right now to determine whether or not the takedown from Tyler Wells came before the clock expired. It was not called on the mat, a takedown.
It was not called.
And the challenge brick came out from Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was not called on the mat. Obviously, I want to see what the time was there too, but bam, right there. And I think right about there is where his 3 was at. But once again, we're gonna see what they're gonna say. Man, Willishell is fighting that off down there from Swiderski. He's been working that
the lead for Swiderski, but
man, good job defending that.
It looks like we've got a decision here on mat 3.
Let's see. They're looking.
3 red. That was it. Down for Tyler
that
Wells,
was it.
and he will go to the semis.
Wells earned that one.
Wow.
He earned that one.
Nice work from Eric Boucher and the officiating crew to get that call right, work their way through the review. And Tyler Wells, his corner was telling him, you got to go, you got to go. He waited until the very last moment, but he got it done.
You got to go. And I think one of the things in that sequence there, it almost looked like Drury was going too far back instead of circling. So, and Wells made it, just went right to that side, man. That was a good job. That was a really, really good match.
So semis are set at 141. Vega and Tag, Wells upsetting Drury and Echemendia. The semis later tonight at 141.
I agree with that. I agree with that call. I just didn't know what the time was. That was the deal. What's the time?
And that's one that with the DV Sport equipment they have here in house, they're able to marry those two things together and get a really granular look and make sure. And they say that it is a takedown for Wells, and he will move on to the semifinals.
He earned that one. Probably about 2 seconds, 1 second left on that clock would be my guess, man. It wasn't much.
Rachi and Evans on mat 1. 1-0 Rachi with the lead in that quarterfinal at 149. Larkin all over Hill on mat 2 at 157. Caleb Larkin, Jared Hill's first match of the weekend. He had the bye.
The 49-pound match down there on mat number 4 has gone a little bit longer just because of blood time.
Yeah.
So everything else is, 49 there, 57 there, 49 here.
Swiderski and Willishell battling for the right to face Max Peterson in the semis.
What's been key on this match on number 4 is Swiderski's been the aggressor, but he's had trouble finishing the last couple of times. Willishell almost had a takedown there right at the end of that second period. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice
defense
job
from Willishell. A 3-point takedown for Jacob Frost on mat 3, so he takes the lead on Paul Kelly of California Baptist. Stall warning against Swiderski. 40 seconds in the period. Riding time not a factor. Willishell needs a takedown. .20 seconds to work with. The two did not face off this year. The go behind. Swiderski. No points yet. He's got Willishell into the splits, and there is the takedown that'll put this one to bed. And Casey Swiderski will move on to the semis.
Swiderski did a really good job there because Willishell is very, very dangerous in those positions. Don't want to be here. Let me drop down to the leg so I don't give up anything big, should I say.
Yeah. Evans and Rachi 1-1 in the third on mat 1. Frost and Kelly in a 3-1 match. Those are the two quarterfinals left at 149. Larkin again in complete control at 157.
Man, there's been some good wrestling. Goodness gracious.
So half the bracket is set in the semis at 149. It will be Casey Swiderski and Maxwell Peterson in one semifinal. Spilling over the top here on mat number 2 is Larkin, trying to finish off Hill, looking for the pin. Hill able to fend it off. Minute 15 left in the third period. 4 near fall points, and there's the tech fall.
Ooh, it's 1-1 down here on mat number 1 here, Mike. No points. Think we're going to be going into overtime, brother. Evans and oh, got a brick.
There is a brick out from the UNI corner as Doug Schwab wants an explanation.
That takedown. I think that's what he's reviewing, is that takedown in that position. I couldn't really tell if Rachi's hand was behind the elbow or underneath the armpit on Evans. We shall see.
Frost with a 6-1 lead here on mat 3 on Paul Kelly of California Baptist. Start of the second period. And then a good one, on mat 4. Ty Waters and Gavin Drexler at 157.
So let's see right here. High crotch attempt by Rachi. Circles back. Evans is locked through the crotch in that position. I think as that left hand gets underneath there. Yeah,
you can see Schwab pointing, saying
he wants 3 in that position. I don't know if they're going to give it to him because he still has that leg there. If he could break that lock and get that left leg in a Merkle position, they would have awarded 3.
No takedown is the call. To overtime we go on mat 1. Rachi and Evans for a spot in the semis.
Frost just continuing to dominate here on mat number 3.
Rachi and Evans just locked in the hand fight. Sprawling to the mat is Rachi, trying to fend off the shot from Evans. Now Rachi's in, got a hold of that ankle, trying to drag him back inside the cylinder. Rachi lost control of him. That could be a stall, and it will be.
That's the first.
That's just
one,
the first.
Yeah,
just the first. No point awarded. This is the problem when you're watching 4 matches, whether or not there's been a stall call already or not. But there hasn't been. Just the first. It stays 1-1. 55 seconds into the overtime period. Good action from Rachi, again in on a shot. Rachi again trying to drag him back into the cylinder, comes off of the leg. They'll come back neutral as they made their way outside the circle. Jacob Frost in firm control on mat 3 as they head to the third period. Downey with an early takedown on mat 2 as we get into 165. Through the crotch, and Doug Schwab calling for it. Nothing yet. There's the takedown.
Nice job by Rachi, man. He earned that one. He earned that one. Went out and got it. I think, Mike, I'm not for sure. They're already wrestling 165 with Downey and Swan on 165. So I don't know if there was a.
I believe we had a forfeit. As we were watching overtime, I believe we had a forfeit here on mat 2 that we're going to have to sort out what was what. But another look here at what finished it off for Caleb Rachi, the 6th seed from UNI, really to punch his ticket to the semis.
And that was the same shot that he took earlier when Schwab was asking for the first three-point takedown. Look at Wells. Look at Wells.
little shrug from Caleb Rachi. Like, what? Yeah. What do you mean? We're going to the semis. I got it under control.
Yeah, no problem, coach. I had it.
Frost trying to punch his ticket opposite Rachi with a 13-3 advantage in the third period on Paul Kelly. Downey up 3-1 on mat 2 at 165. Robidoux and Travis.
Yep.
It was a medical forfeit.
Vinny Zerbin. Zerbin forfeited,
so
remember?
Zerbin, okay.
Yeah.
So Vinny Zerbin, who we had deal with the concussion earlier, ends up medical forfeiting at 157. So it'll be Cale Swenson in the semis.
We got Landon Robidoux first time out here on the mat at the Big 12s. He had a bye first round. These two guys are, well, I almost say former teammates. They're not former teammates. Obviously, we talked about Teague Travis before. They did wrestle earlier this year with Robidoux with the victory in the duel. Got that squared away with who the forfeit was. So Zerbin gets to feeling better for sure.
Jacob Frost with an easy win at 149. So the semis are set at 149. Swiderski and Peterson on one side of the bracket. Rachi with the OT win, and Jacob Frost on the other side. 157, we have two semifinalists, but on opposite sides. Caleb Larkin's already through. Cale Swenson with the medical forfeit makes his way to the semis. They are both waiting for their opponent.
Waters down there doing work on Drexler, 9-1 going into the third period.
Yes, he is. Really, really nice start for Ty Waters today. D. Lockett and Espinoza Owens on mat number 3 at 165. Downey with a 3-1 lead on Sloan Swan. So a couple of 157s, a couple of 165s on your screen.
Man, Waters just continuing 12-1 now.
Just punishing Gavin Drexler.
Yes. Oh, Downey, this is where he's really good. That cross wrist tilt. Oof.
Downey closing in on 2 minutes worth of riding time here in this second period. (3-1) the advantage for Robidoux on mat 1. Lockett and Espinoza just about a minute in, still getting going, and Waters looks to be closing in on a semifinal berth of his own.
Yep.
So Ty Waters, who won Big 12s 2 years ago at 149 pounds, 9 seconds away from advancing to the semis here at 157. Opposite Caleb Larkin We expected 157 to be a show, and that show was especially going to be at the semifinal stage. Good takedown on mat 1 of Robidoux, or by Robidoux, I should say, a reversal by Robidoux to lead 5-1. Just 11 seconds into that second period. Ty Waters with a 14-3 win, so it's Waters and Larkin, as was the expectation on one side of the bracket.
Get to run it back. Run it back.
No Vinny Zerbin, though, in the semis at 157. The medical forfeit after he had concussion protocol earlier this morning, was able to come back for the final 30 seconds of his first round match. But evidently, upon further evaluation through the balance of the morning, they decided it was the smart decision to forfeit out.
Yep.
So Cale Swenson will be in the semis opposite the winner of our match on mat 1. And so far, so very good for Landon Robidoux. Another takedown and an 8-2 advantage on Teague Travis.
2 takedowns, reversals, just been extremely dominant so far. Not giving Travis enough time to, like, breathe, really.
Downey up 4-1 on Swan midway through the third period. So Swan with opportunity.
Yes. Downey does have 2:36 of ride time, though.
So realistically, a 5-1 advantage. D. Lockett with a takedown on mat number 3, and he surges in front of Espinoza Owens. Connor Uten, Max Mayfield, a 4-5 battle on mat 4 just getting started.
Mike, I think next session you need to ask Lockett if you can borrow his shoes.
Those are nice, man. I like that. Those have got a little flash to them. Those match my suit well.
Blue and orange does work. Yeah, it does work. Yeah, that's fact, man. That's good stuff, dude.
That's slick.
1-point escape for Owens there.
What Deion Sanders used to always say: you look good, you feel good, you feel good, you play good, you play good, they pay good.
They pay good, right? Yeah, yeah.
And in this NIL era, that's actually true.
Right. Yeah, that's facts. That is definitely facts, man. Mayfield with the takedown there on mat 4. 3-0 lead over Uten. Downey doing what Downey does, staying consistent with stuff, man.
Downey advances to the semifinals at 165. Marcus Espinoza Owens, the redshirt sophomore, in a 3-2 battle right now with D. Lockett, the number 1 seed.
Good snaps by Owens. That was good. He's got to start throwing those together, though. He had a couple of good combinations. Got to keep them going, though. Got his twin brother right here over here on mat number 3 versus Cam Steed in the quarterfinal round.
So we got twin Espinoza Owens brothers on mats 2 and 3 right now as Cam Steed fires his way through to an early shot and a 3-0 lead 30 seconds in.
That was a nice double leg.
Robidoux in control on mat 3, up 11-3. They're going to review on mat 4 in the Uten-Mayfield match. Give you a look at what they're taking a peek at here.
Kicks out through. Man, that should be 3. I think he had that
still
ankle
in bounds.
Yeah, I think he had that long enough. But I understand that challenge, though, too.
It'll stay. 3-1 is the tally in favor of Mayfield.
Man, Robidoux's turning it up down here. Another takedown makes it 14-3. Lockett actually just got a reversal, makes it 5-3. Riding time is not a factor. There's a minute of wrestling left. There's been a stall call on Owens. I don't think there's been a stall call on Lockett, but his butt is facing the edge here. Josh Briscoe, the head official, or not head official, or lead official on this one. Just looking into that.
45 seconds to work with here for Espinoza Owens as Robidoux finishes things off with Teague Travis. So the semis are set at 157. Swenson and Robidoux, Larkin and Waters. Not exactly what we expected at the start of the day, but should be an awful lot of fun later tonight.
Yes, sir. 30 seconds left right here. Owens has got to start. He's got to start sprinting. Yep. He's got to start sprinting there.
23 seconds to work with for Espinoza Owens. A takedown and a ride out would win it. Easier said than done against D. Lockett.
Yeah. These guys, a lot of these guys, man, like I said, it's so hard to get to them. And once you get to their leg, the finishing part is pretty tough. And
he's going to run out of time. And D. Lockett is on to the semifinals, a 5-3 win over a very game Marcus Espinoza Owens. But Lockett is into the semis and awaits the winner of Uten and Mayfield on mat 4.
4-4, speaking of Uten and Mayfield on mat 4. 4-4, a lot of fours, Mike, a lot of fours.
On mat 1, Nico Ruiz and Gabe Shum, the 3 and 6 seeds, just getting started. Shum had the first round bye, the California Baptist wrestler.
You know, so to Damian Hahn's point, Mr. Espinoza Owens was a 57-pounder, and now is a 74. But look at the difference between him and Steed.
Yeah.
Distinct, right?
Steed's a big boy.
But just remember, Steed came in, like I said before, as a 57.
At 57. He's got the 3-1 lead as they start the second period.
Coming to mat number 3, we got Alex Facundo, which had the first round bye, versus Riley Davis, which had the upset victory over Kel Valencia of Arizona State. Davis is from Wyoming, the University of Wyoming.
Uten takes a 5-4 lead on mat 4 at 165. He lost to Max Mayfield in an 8-6 match just a couple weeks ago. A match that likely helped dictate the seedings.
Almost same
reaching
position.
For that ankle.
Look at that.
They say he's out of play in the Iowa State corner, and certainly the fans are not liking that call. Kevin Dresser motioning to the officials.
Yeah, that's a review. That's a review. I love once this stuff happens, whether I got photographers to the left of me or fans behind me, and just watch everybody's facial expressions.
Buddy, it is
so
nonstop
awesome.
entertainment.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Not just on the mats either. Steed up 3-2 on Espinoza Owens, who has battled back nicely after Steed started the match so hot.
He started extremely hot, right? He got that first takedown. There's another double leg, but got that first takedown, it seemed like within the first 10 seconds.
Here's what they're looking at on mat 4.
Maybe right there. I don't know. Maybe right there. That's the. I'd like to ask the officials, what is the rule with grabbing that ankle? How long do they have to have that ankle, or what's the control?
I mean, that's where you start to get into reaction time, right? And I mean, it didn't seem like he had it that long.
Yeah.
That would have necessitated 3. Uten does have the lead there midway through the second period of that match on mat 4, but he'd certainly love to tack 3 points on that lead.
Steed and Owens getting set for the third period. Steed's got a 3-2 lead. Ride time is in 51 seconds of Steed's favor right now.
Alex Facundo able to trip the far leg and score on mat 3, and he's got a 6-1 lead on Davis. Looks like we may have a determination on mat 4.
Okay, here we go. What we got? Come on. Take down. There they go. So you'll add riding time now.
Wow.
Yep. So maybe, Put another 2, 3 seconds, 4 seconds of riding time on the clock for Uten, or is it going down? Yeah, it's in his favor now. 8-4, 59 seconds left for Uten. Back and forth battle down there.
The 5 seed able to take control in that one. But still a lot of work to do with 3 minutes remaining. A quick escape for Mayfield. And it's 8-5. 4-2 here on mat 2. Approaching the midway point of period number 3. Espinoza Owens and Cam Steed in the 3-6 battle.
These Owens boys don't back down, man. They are constantly moving forward.
Ruiz and Shum in a tight scrap on mat 1. 1-0 Ruiz with just his escape point to start the second period.
Steed just got hit with, oh!
Steed with the go behind and finishes it.
Man.
7-2.
Let me go ahead and use my lateral feet on you real quick. That was nice. Nice go behind.
It'll be 8-5 as they head to the third on mat 4. Choice is to Mayfield. He'll take bottom. Boom. Look at Steed.
Man, that's nice footwork. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you jump and rope, moving side to side, lateral movement, position, stands, hands, and feet. It comes in handy. Oh, nice takedown there by Ruiz down there. Big mat return.
First offense of that match, and a 4-0 lead for the 3 seed from Arizona State, looking to punch his ticket opposite Ryder Downey in the semifinals. Facundo
that was slick.
Lifting the leg and returning him to the mat. There's the 3 points and a 9-2 edge.
Cam Steed with the victory over here on mat number 2, 7-3.
Steed knocks off Moses Espinoza Owens and advances to the semifinals. Some MIZ chants in the crowd. Folks making their way over here to Tulsa to cheer on Tiger Style. .30 seconds gone by in the third period on mat 4. Still 8-5. Uten with the lead over Mayfield.
8-6. They just awarded that 1 point.
Oh, they did give him the escape. Okay.
Yep, they just did.
So riding time not a factor in that match. A takedown for Mayfield would give him the lead. Brody Conley and Schubert just getting underway on mat number 2 at 174 pounds. The 2 seed Carter Schubert beat Brody 2-0 back in January. A minute left on mat 4. 8-6 the advantage for Uten. Facundo still doing his thing on mat 3. And just as time expired in the second period, he gets the takedown, and it's 12-3 as they head to the third.
Nice outside step. Looked like it was a little bit of misdirection there by Facundo there to get that takedown right there at the end of that second period. Slick.
41 seconds left on mat 4. Mayfield needs a takedown, the 4 seed at 165 pounds.
There's a sprint. He's starting to sprint now. Uten knows where he's at, though.
Uten warding him off with that left arm. .15 seconds left. One last shot attempt. Mayfield to a leg, stall call.
Ooh.
And Uten's going to hold him off. Connor Uten, the Iowa State Cyclone, with an 8-6 win, and he'll move on to the semifinals. The 5 seed will face D. Lockett. A final on mat 1 as well. Ruiz with the win. So the semis are set now at 165. Nico Ruiz, Ryder Downing in a 2-3 battle. D. Lockett and the 5 seed Connor Uten at 165.
Big bear hug takedown there for Facundo. increases his lead to 15-4.
Schubert and Conley still scoreless. MJ Gaitan and Jared Sima down on mat 4, starting off their quarterfinal. Aiden Sinclair and Aiden Bruneau, a battle of Aidens at 184 pounds.
Got a headgear adjustment over here. Mark Hall's trying to fix Schubert's headgear. Sikora's got another one, so they got 2 of them going right now. He can only wear one, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Which one's it going to be?
Alex Facundo cruising his way into the semifinals. 14 seconds left in this one. Another bonus point win for Oklahoma State, who has opened up already a 23-point lead in the team total. 63.5 to Iowa State at 40.5. Northern Iowa in 3rd, South Dakota State in 4th. And Alex Facundo will add to that lead. The #1 seed at 174 pounds. His first match of the day, a 17-4 major decision over Riley Davis. And he'll go to the semis.
This match down here on mat number 4.
You get a stalemate there in the waterfall.
They wrestle very, very similar.
Gaitan and Sima at 174. Gaitan, the 4 seed, Sima, the 5 seed. 2-1 Gaitan is against Sima lifetime. An 8-5 win in sudden victory back in February in the dual meet. The win for Sima was last year in the duel, last February, a 7-4 win for Jared Sima. The winner of that one faces Facundo in the semis.
Got Nick Fox versus Ian Bush. Bush had the bye in the first round from West Virginia. Schubert and Conley still 0-0, but Schubert's gaining some riding time here in this second period. Stalemate. Coach Flynn he wasn't happy about something over there. Stand up. He told him, I think he wants a little bit more effort. Yeah, I think he wanted a little bit more effort there. Yeah. I was just watching his face. He wasn't happy.
Double checking, I think, yeah, the score on mat 1 is 9-3 Sinclair.
Yes. Sinclair is red.
Yes. The 2 Aidens going head to head. It's
kind of confusing you a little bit.
Yes. My brain is swimming right now. But Aiden Sinclair has got the 9-3 lead late in that first period. It would have been quite the turn of events if the score was the other way around.
I'm with you.
So when I saw it, I was like, hang on, what am I seeing here?
Yeah,
but
I am definitely with you. That's funny. Ian Bush looking to score here. He's got to try to get a knee to his chest, but Fox is doing a good job of not letting that foot go.
Gaitan and Sima still scoreless early second period. Fox and Bush still scoreless as they wind down the final 30 seconds of the first period. And Conley with a 1-0 lead through 2 periods on mat 2. A 9-4 advantage for Aiden Sinclair on mat 1. 15 seconds into the second period. Sinclair also with over a minute of riding time as well on Brunel.
Coach Hall still making some adjustments on that headgear for Schubert. Or at least still has it in his hand.
Sinclair working his way behind again, and there's 3 more for the Missouri Tiger.
There you go.
An opportunity for a pin here on mat 4. Gaitan has got Sima in the headlock, twisting that shoulder toward the mat. Nothing yet. 40 seconds worth to work with to work the position. Sima trying to wiggle free. Nothing yet. Gaitan twisting further. There it is, MJ Gaitan. To the semifinals he goes.
So once again, remember last year, he was down like 10-2, Cade DeVos.
Yes.
He did the same exact thing. If you take an errant shot on MJ Gaitan and you stay on your knees, I don't care if it's left side or right side, that dude gonna look to hit you with a headlock. And if you slipping, you done. And he just, I didn't see the sequence of this, but I guarantee you that was probably somewhat of the situation that him and Sima was in.
Eventually able to work the shoulder blades of Jared Sima to the mat. And Gaitan with the pin. Facundo and Gaitan on one side of the bracket at 174.
That's another run it back.
And now we've got a good one here on mat 2. Conley and Schubert 1-1, 50 seconds left in the 3rd period. Riding time not a factor. Dead even in a 2 versus 7 matchup at 174.
Stall call on Schubert.
Only the first, no point. Again, it was 2-0 in favor of Schubert when they met in the duel in January. Another low-scoring tilt. 23 seconds to work with here. Schubert trying to rip Conley to the mat. 12 seconds left. Conley fends off the shot. Whizzer in from Schubert. 3 seconds in the period, and they're going to go to overtime here on mat 2 for a spot in the semis.
And Saldano down there. Saldano is very, very tricky. Oh, he is very tricky in those situations.
Saldano and Nightenbach. Eddie Nightenbach from Wyoming with the win over Caleb Uhlenhop in the first round of this tournament. Meanwhile, we've got overtime here on mat 2. Schubert and Conley 1-1.
Good job by Conley changing directions. Make sure that official doesn't give him a stall call there.
Aiden Sinclair up 20-7 down on mat number 1, gets the takedown and finishes off the tech fall.
Tough.
And Aiden Sinclair will move on to the semifinals. No surprise whatsoever. The number 1 seed, the number 2 wrestler in the country at 184 pounds, will wrestle tonight in the semis. A minute into the sudden victory period here on mat 2, still 1-1. Conley's got a hold of an ankle, trying to work the position on Schubert. Schubert able to square his hips up.
Conley's got to try to get that foot to his outside leg. Schubert's too flexible to go there. He's going to have to try to bring him back and get that left foot up.
Trying to shelve it on his hip.
Yep.
Lifting and trying to drag him back into the cylinder. 36 seconds to work with. Nearly had an ankle in to hook that far leg, but Schubert able to work it free. 28 seconds.
Guys are so comfortable in this position, man. Look at this.
Now Schubert able to work around the backside, trying to get his hands free.
Nope.
Conley, good work to defend. Still in play. Now Conley with a foot on the carpet.
Yep.
Will cancel out the position, and they'll come back neutral with 12 seconds in the period.
Really good job by Schubert. Like I said, the dude is super duper flexible.
There is a brick out from the Oklahoma corner. And they'll take another look at this one here on mat 2. Knightenbach and Soldano on mat 4. Knightenbach with an early takedown and a 4-2 lead as they start the second period. Rocky Elam back on the mat against Devin Wassley, who has had a very nice second half of the season as well. Some Big 12 Wrestler of the Week honors for the North Dakota State Bison over the course of the last month.
Met his granddad Mark this morning at breakfast. This was good to chit chat with him a little bit.
Give you a look one more time here at the overtime sequence between Conley and Schubert.
So Schubert was getting that in there. Yeah, I don't think they're going to give that to him. If he, once again, he's not over the hips yet. By that time, Conley's foot is almost on the carpet.
Yeah, nothing about that looks like it's enough to merit a takedown. Call stands. They will be neutral with 12 seconds in this sudden victory period. We have yet to see a match go to tiebreaker 1 yet today.
Right.
That may be about to change here on mat 2. A hold of the ankle there for Conley, but not enough. Time expires. And to the first tiebreaker we go. Choice goes to Schubert, and he'll take bottom.
Now this goes all down to riding time right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Conley will look to ride for the full 30 seconds. Schubert trying to break the grip. Locked hands call.
Got him for locked hands. Got him for locked hands.
That's going to affect the riding time. They award the point to Schubert. 2-1. So now Conley's going to have to go hunt after a takedown in 30 seconds in the second half of the tiebreaker.
Yep, got him for locked hands right in that roll through sequence. Sure did.
So now 3-1 the advantage for Schubert. They're going to check the riding time and make sure that it's correct, because obviously the way that sequence played out, it's tough to say for certain when the clock was supposed to stop. So they'll make certain that they've got the clock correct, but what's more important is the 3-1 advantage for Schubert on the scoreboard.
Bush with the victory. Ian Bush with the victory over here at 184. Facing Sinclair in the semis this evening.
So that sets up yet another semifinal. Aiden Sinclair and Ian Bush will square off later tonight at 184 pounds. Still waiting to finalize the semis at 174. We know we've got Facundo and Gaitan on one side of the bracket. Cam Steed awaits the winner of this Brody Conley, Carter Schubert tilt.
So Conley's got to go get a takedown.
He'll have 30 seconds to work with, only 4 seconds of riding time given to him. It's immaterial. Brody Conley needs a takedown here in 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, DJ Parker and Bennett Berge.
That will be a good one on mat 3 to watch here in just a second. But first, whether or not Conley can get in on a leg and score on Schubert. He's got 20 seconds left to work with. Schubert. The underhook got a hold of the head of Conley. Doing a good job of just utilizing this time. Takes a quick peek at the clock. They'll call stalemate, but with 5 seconds left, Brody Conley is going to run out of time. Carter Schubert with a good win in the tiebreaker. And now the semis are set at 174. Schubert gets the win. Mat 4, a win for Eddie Knightenbach.
Good dominant win there by Knightenbach.
So Knightenbach is on to the semis.
Looking forward to this one, too, to our left here, Mike. Isaac Dean from Iowa State versus Zach Ryder from Oklahoma State. They did not wrestle in the duel. Ryder was a little banged up on that one. So this is the Ryder's your 2 seed. Dean is your 7 seed. It's a transfer in from Ryder.
So with that, semis are set at 174. Facundo and Gaitan, Steed and Schubert. At 184, we've already got Sinclair and Bush advanced through. Knightenbach is through, waiting on the winner of the Dean Ryder match you're talking about.
Yep.
And then some 197-pound action on your screen right now.
And Dean was another guy talking to Coach Dresser when they came out and dueled Oklahoma State, looking for him to open up as well. He's tough to score on, extremely, extremely flexible, doesn't mind scrambles, but now it's a matter of got to get those points on the board. Novak with an early takedown down there.
Rocky Elam with a 4-1 lead on Wasley as they hit 30 seconds into the third period. Elam also with over 2 minutes of riding time and trying to hunt down that far leg, but a stall call and a point will be awarded to Elam. So now 5-1 as Wasley was trying to get away. Bennett Berge and DJ Parker still scoreless on mat 3. Dean and Ryder still scoreless on mat 2.
Yep. Good sprawl there by Elam. Oh, nice.
Got an injury here on mat number 2.
That shoulder, that left shoulder, in that position there. So this will be Isaac Dean's choice. Dean will have choice once this is done. Oh, Parker almost scored there.
Right at the end of the first period, nearly had himself a takedown, but ran out of time. Rocky Elam, nothing flashy down there on mat 1, but just effective and
just
27 seconds away from another semifinal berth.
Yep, taking care of business, man. That's what this guy does. Like I said, he's been in deep waters. He's wrestled in every type of environment, you know. 4-time All-American already, so he's seen it, and he's done it, and he's been in it.
So after the injury time here on mat 2, Dean does take bottom.
And then Parker just reversed. Berge escaped 2-1. Dean with his escape with the 1-0 lead.
Novak with a 3-1 lead on mat 4. It is a final for Rocky Elam on mat 1. So we've got our first semifinalist at 197 as Elam awaits the winner of this DJ Parker Bennett Berge match on mat 3. More blood time. Looks like they're looking on a finger maybe of Berge. Dean and Ryder midway through that first period. The 1 point, just the escape from Dean after the injury time for Ryder. Younger Bastida making his way to the mat for the second time today as we get into the heavyweight ranks. And Bastida will face Rylan Kuhn, who had the upset win over Adam Aronson in the first round.
Oh, that's slick. Go ahead, Bastida. Man.
Took him all of 25 seconds, and he's got his first takedown of the match. Mid-second period here on mat 3, a 2-1 advantage for DJ Parker. Fending off the attack from Berge, now the re-attack in on a double leg. Berge, heavy hips, able to work back to a stand, and again, and a shot from Parker. Berge over the top, a hold of the ankles and the feet of Parker. Parker trying to come out the backside. Stalemate called. I beg your pardon, just wiping off that there's anything yet.
Parker's close.
Trying to twist his hips, trying to get his feet free. Still nothing yet. Berge doing a good job to try and improve his position. 15 seconds left.
Wow.
And now they'll call the stalemate.
Wow. Great action. Great action, boys.
In on a shot is Ryder here, lifting the leg of Isaac Dean.
I don't think he'll let that go. Yep.
Dean, good defense. And now Dean will work behind.
Yep. That's that same position he hurt that shoulder in the last time. Yep, that was that exact same position. Yep.
And sure enough, Zach Ryder asking for a moment yet again.
Because once he got in there on that leg, it was the exact same position as it was earlier.
(6-1) the lead for Joey Novak down on mat 4 against Rune Lawrence from West Virginia. We talked earlier about the depth of 197. That's two guys ranked in the top 15 in the country at 197 pounds.
Yep.
But Novak off to a very good start. Start of the third here on mat 3. Berge and Parker in a good scrap right now.
Yes, they are. Third period. Riding time is not a factor. 2-1 for Parker off of a reverse that he had. And this is Parker's a very, very...
Berge able to get the escape. 2-2.
I think they're asking...
Oh, spilling into the camera folks on the far side. I think this might be the coach's film.